vibrates like it's whispering right into my ear.
Oh, that's what I want to hear, baby.
Okay.
Man, I fucking love this microphone. It's
Okay.
like
We're working. I'm good. I am good now.
it's like the perfect quality of really shit, but actually not too bad good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do we ever give us a rundown? Because I can't. My health is low on my character
Do
sheet,
we? Do
and I can't remember
we?
what
Should I give
happens.
me? Should I give a rundown?
Yeah, if you're sober enough to remember what happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Okay, so last session we start off at we start off at the Storm Ranges,
Yeah.
where we met our good old pal. Yiz Maroon, the Storm Giant, who bestowed upon us some gifts. And Val was in the previous session. We ended the last session at the mouth of the cavern, where we made a long rest and we leveled up. Upon walking back to the frontier, is the road I called the frontier? Is that what it's called?
Yep, that's what it's called.
As we made our way back to the frontier, passing the wolves' bodies as we did before, we encountered Zodram encountered and also told us the party of some strange markings of humankind on the bodies, indicating something spooky. I'm not going to say what it is because that's metagaming. Moving on, we moved further towards the frontier upon we discovered that a shipment of iron and iron ore had been ambushed by blue kobolds, or kobolds, as some would say. We upon hearing this news, we went to the cavern, stayed the night, informed the guards, and then travelled back to the frontier. We collectively apologized and transmuted the information from Storm Range and this recent attack on the shipment. The elders allowed us to investigate further and allow us to escort the next shipment back. Zodram learnt a few, even though very little, skills of alchemy, and the rest of you guys contemplated whether or not to kill the rest of the elders, which big meme. Upon going to the cave, the cavern, the mine shaft, we spent a night there, and on the next morning we resumed and delivered another caravan. Halfway through, we were ambushed by kobolds. We vanquished them rather efficiently, I must say, with our newly acquired weapons, which I think you might need to get rid of because they are very fucking powerful.
And I have something planned. Don't worry.
Strongly disagree.
And we encountered a mysterious figure in a dark black cloak. Who encountered us? He had was it skeletal like hands and features?
You couldn't see much of his features, but he did have like a very raspy, not very full of life voice. Yeah, like that.
And he talked with a deep satanic ritual.
Yeah,
He told us that we were interrupting his work.
What? Wait.
What
what are we talking about? I'm lost at this point.
Okay.
The boyo made two of our friends, two of the miners who had bows, disappear, and we fought two of his high echelon kobold minions. We managed to kill them.
Oh, that's
and,
right. That was all mate.
A few of us were injured, but we were mostly okay. We returned to the elders, completing our task and getting our reward, but Zodram stayed behind and wanted to deliver one final speech.
Yep.
In that final speech, he delivered that the people of Frontier should not be only scared, but should be forthright with their actions, and that the need for the survival of their people rests on the shoulders of the current warriors. but all resources should be pulled towards together collectively that they should fight back at their strongest and reclaim the lands as their own instead of cowering behind their walls and being susceptible to any kobold or goblin attack.
So yes, pro genocide.
This
Correct.
rousing speech
I just want to
enabled
say,
the elders to enable the Total War Act that they are currently implementing and should allow a faster defeat, however, at the cost of a lack of food supply, which may be strained by future conflict. We now begin the session with Zodrum, Terry, and a lacking missile of Sludger as we
oh
renew
god, yeah,
and
we don't have the
awaken
berserk
within
tank. Oh god.
the house
Oh no.
in the frontier.
That's
Was there anything I missed, DM?
no, I don't think so. But Sniper Plays
Speaking,
thinks
yeah.
Sniper Plays thinks your voice acting is 100. So
Pardon?
Sniper Plays thinks your voice acting is 100.
Oh shit, you actually streamed this?
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh shit! Let me. I want to read the comments as we go through this. Actually, not gonna lie, I'm also Sniper Players. I'm drunk as a fucking skunk right now because good old Anzac Day. So I hope you're appreciative.
All right. So what are we doing in the house, Mr. Dan?
Okay, so
send us a fucking link.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I can without opening up another tab.
hang on, I got it.
Sure.
There you go. It's in the Discord.
Thanks, BB.
All good. Yes. So you guys are now at home. It is the night of the day after you guys arrived back, and you're all you sound asleep.
Okay,
It's,
cool. So I can reset my
yeah.
health back to full.
You can reset your health back to full. You would have gotten a long rest.
Cool.
And to just kick things off, I want everyone to give me a perception check.
Oh gosh, here we go. Where's my perception? I keep forgetting where everything is.
Perception is not my strong suit.
Let's go.
Oh, take the first one. My bad for the second one.
Yep, that's all good.
Yeah, I'm still half asleep, apparently.
Yep, you both are. Yeah, no, you're both still sound asleep. You don't notice anything, and half an hour passes. And give me another perception check.
Alright. Another perception check.
Oh, this
I just
doesn't sound good.
I just love if we oh yep, there we go. That's some incredibly I'm just slowly waking up.
Okay, yep, that's a lot better. Rather than slowly waking up, you guys are suddenly awoken as you can hear the ringing of alarm bells and voices shouting in the street. It is still very much nighttime.
I don't remember burning the elders down. Must have slept work.
DM, what do I hear exactly? Would you say?
Well, with your 18, you can again clearly hear alarm bells, and you think you can hear people shouting something about the forest being on fire.
So I can hear like the tolls being belled, like dong.
Yep, you can hear them
dong.
clearly.
Okay.
Like, and they're not that slow. They are really quick. They're like ding, 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 ding. They're like going
Okay.
fast.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna sit right up and I'm gonna quickly run to Terry's room and wake him up.
I feel like, bro, what's going on, mate? Why are you waking me up?
Terry.
Yes.
Wait. Listen.
I can hear it. You remember how I kind of set that tree on fire back in that last?
Terry, you do not hear the shouting about the fire. You only hear the bells.
Oh, okay. I wonder what the the bells are doing. You know, it's something must be going on outside.
Yeah, Terry. No fucking shit. We need to get down here right now.
Do we have to? I'm sure they can deal with it.
Terry.
Yes.
And I look him fucking sternly straight in the face. Terry.
Yes. Yes.
I may have sworn some allegiance to the elders without your knowledge. But it doesn't mean I fully trust them. It just means that we have good negotiation partners currently.
Look, I don't
And
want.
it is in our best interest to continue to work with them for as long as possible.
But,
And,
you know,
and I pull out the Shard of the Gods. And Terry,
yes.
it's for this. Okay?
Yeah, well, I mean,
We trust them as long as we have this.
but they don't know anything about them.
It doesn't matter.
How about, look, let's go outside, see what's going on. Hopefully, everyone is off trying to, deal with whatever the situation is. Might be a good chance to sneak into their rooms.
We're not sticking to their rooms, Terry. We're helping out.
Oh God, I love fire, actually retract that because obviously I don't know there's a fire yet.
Yeah. You do know that.
All right. I
Fine.
grab Terry by the hand and I say, "Let's go!" And I start bounding out of the room.
Strength check.
This little halfling boy starts bounding out of the room.
Yep, cool. That's fine. Okay, Zodrum, give me a strength check to try and pull him along. Looks like it.
Are we actually doing this?
Yeah, he's rolled a strength to resist. You succeed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. We just
he got
strike.
the-
We don't move, don't we? Because we got like the same roll.
Nope, he succeeds.
No. It's So how it works is if you're defending, you have a certain level, but if the person gets your level or over, then that person succeeds. So
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
it's
you guys
just how it
are.
works.
Have
You guys are now.
Have I put any clothes on since he dragged me out of bed?
I'm sure you're wearing bedclothes unless you
Okay.
sleep naked.
I do. I very much sleep
You
naked.
can.
Oh shit! Would you like to put our players pieces on?
Yep, put him anywhere really, because what happens next is going to depend on what you do, really. So you can chuck
I'm
him
just gonna
anywhere.
chuck my player piece in the middle, and you can move me around wherever you want.
Yep, cool. That's fine. You can be running along that way. This is just to sort of set the feel that you're sort of running between the houses.
I'm on the
Terry,
roof.
chuck your guy anywhere. Are you?
Would you like me to
Oh,
be?
yeah, you are.
Just
Would
there.
you like me to be? Because I think it might be easier. Also, another thing is when you run combat, maybe you only run combat once you're actually in combat instead of just having a battle map straight away. Unless we have enemies all around us. But I know that. I know that. So don't worry.
This isn't like a battle map. Don't worry. This is like a flavor text to sort of show you're in the middle of the town. There's no
okay.
combat happening here.
Okay, well, you can probably just describe where we're going and where we are, then it might be faster than us moving around.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Wait, yes. You've run out of your house, and you're running through the streets. Do you stop to look around, or do you just run towards the tolling of the bells?
Oh, I look around. I'm in no rush.
Yeah, I'll have to have a quick check to see what sorts of the civilians are doing currently around this place.
Excellent. Perception checks, both of you.
Pew. Wow. Yeah, I'm not too too interested in the fact that I've been dragged out of bed.
You know, Terry, you just can't just get rid of that last wink of sleep. You're drowsy. You're sort of stumbling on your feet there. Mr. Zodrum, to the north. I keep forgetting east, southwest. To the northwest, you see a bright orange glow, sort of reflecting on the clouds in the night sky. And you will notice that there are a lot of villagers running past with buckets of water in their hands.
Great.
Am I able to stop one of the villagers near me and ask a few questions? Well, am I able to stop one of the villagers near me?
Yep, you sure can.
Excuse me. What's happening? I see a glow to the east.
Forest is on fire. It's getting closer to the town.
The forest. The forest to the east.
Northwest.
Shit. Do you guys need help on the front line?
Yeah, that would probably help. You know, if you're able.
Ah, look, calm
And
down.
He'll
Probably
grab up his bucket and he'll run off again.
And I turn back to Terry. Well, I mean, well, there's something to the north, northeast. We need to go there, right?
I mean, look. Can I do a wisdom check to see if that is the same direction that we had the previous encounter with?
You don't have to do a wisdom check. You're fairly certain you set that fire.
It is.
Yes, I set that fire. I knew I set that fire. As soon as it was fire in forest, I was like, yes, finally. I pat you on the back and I go, look, you know, I may have set a tree on fire back when we were fighting old mate. You know, shit happens. Let's hope it kills a few kobolds. I'm going back to bed.
No, what? Terry,
Yes?
was that the fire you set back there?
Yeah. Because remember, I wanted to burn all the corpses to hide their identity. They're probably burnt now.
You see, like Zodrum just sort of like back away a few steps, like just pause a look around, like shake his head, going, "No, no, 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 no."
I mean, look. What's the worst could happen? Clearly, they sound
Terry,
like they've got things under control.
Terry, what about this makes you? Oh, and you see Zodrum hold back a punch. Terry, what about this makes you feel like everything's under control?
I mean, the town's not on fire yet.
You see Zodrum like ball up a fist, like clench hard. You see his jaw like clench as well. Terry, just because it hasn't affected the village yet doesn't mean it's not fucking bad.
I mean, what could two of us possibly do? All my magic is fire anyway, so all I can do is sort of, well, I guess set more fire. You know.
I'm going to throw. I guess I can't. Terry.
Yes.
You and I are going to grab a fucking bucket and we're going to help fix your fucking mess right now.
I just, you know, look.
Terry.
Fine. You know what? Since
Terry,
everyone's using
we do-
buckets, I'll help out, but I don't need a bucket to help out, trust me.
Thank you, Terry. Means a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
So-
see how these mere mortals are dealing with
Let's
the beautiful
let's get going
fire.
to the northern gate.
Westgate, yes. So you guys you run off towards the west gate. The closer you get, you run into more and more civilians ferrying back and forth, just with buckets, some filled with water, going out. Those that are empty coming back in and refilling at a nearby well. It doesn't take you long, probably about a 2-minute sort of full out sprint as soon as you leave the gate going towards the north. That yeah, the fire, it sort of just rears up in front of you and it is blazing quite out of control. Fortunately, there's not much wind, so its progress is quite slow. But you estimate that if it doesn't get under control in, probably the next hour, that it will start to reach over into the town.
Oh God! Don't say that. That's so.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Terry, please tell me you have something at least. Terry, I shoot fucking arrows out of this bow. I can't do anything against this right now.
Oh gosh, this, you know, Zodra. There's definitely moments like these that definitely happened that I think I could be a nice guy. Or I could be absolute dick.
Terry, please tell me you know how to start fires and you know how to end the pain, misery, and suffering because of them.
Oh, I'm sure that fire can end a lot of people's pain and suffering.
Yeah, after starting most of it as well.
Terry, I was not meaning that.
Look, we have two options right now. Since I can control flames, I can either bring the fire closer or further away. And trust me, I am very tempted. I am very tempted to burn the whole town down.
Terry, you are going to bring those fires away right fucking now.
Oh. Yeah. I get to hold the gem if I push the the flames away. You better let me hold the gem.
For sure, the gods.
Yes.
All right, deal.
Excellent. I grabbed the shard with a gleeful yet sort of sad look that
It's
real-
called the Shard of Heaven. by the way.
yes, I know.
Yes.
Make sure you include that in your notes.
Oh yeah, I should probably update that. I look sad as I'm gleeful. I grab the stone, I'm looking happy, but then it strikes me that I can't burn down the town and everyone
Terry.
inside.
Do you realize that if I give you this, nothing's going to change between us?
What? What do you mean?
This won't feel anything for you. This is just a dumb rock.
For now, it's just a rock, but give it enough time, and hopefully it's much, much more than that.
Hopefully by then we have more than that. But for now, we need to focus on this.
Fine. I stretch out in my butt nakedness, since I was wearing no clothing when I slept.
I'm sure you could have grabbed clothing on your way.
I'm sure I could have too.
Cool. Yep. Naked.
Yep. And I can't how far away am I from the fire right now? Like, is it sort of distance wise roughly?
How far you want to be from it, and you can be there.
Okay. Let's say that we're about 100 meters away. Talking.
Sure. Let's convert it to feet, and let's go with say about.
It's like French feet.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, like every meter's like 3 and a bit feet. So.
Yeah, that's quite far.
Oh. Okay. Well.
You're 50 feet away from the fire.
Okay, so that's not too bad. As I say, like as I'm stretching and start walking towards the fire, so obviously to create like a distance between me and Zodrum.
Terry, you better do this, okay? I'm gonna come up beside Terry and I'm gonna put my hand on his back.
Yep.
I walk into the fire.
I'm gonna stand a little bit back.
The fire engulfs me as I definitely have second thoughts about just sending this fire towards sending the fire towards the town, but I think
Look back at the town.
yes, I look back at the town and
Excellent. You will notice Mr. Nicholas Giles has been woken from his slumber, and he has come out to the fire as well.
who is Nicholas Giles?
He is one of the elders.
Oh, I see Nicholas, and it definitely reinforces the fact that of all the times I've wanted to burn them alive, now would definitely be the best chance I have. Doesn't matter how many guards they have or how many walls or protections, I could quite literally burn everything to the ground. But I made a deal, and well, even though I have my own desires, I'm a man of my word.
Mm-hmm.
So I spread my arms out and cast Control Flames.
Excellent. Can you bring that up so we can read what area of effect it has?
Yes.
Excellent. Yep. Okay. Cool. Describe what you're gonna do with these flames.
So I am going to, let me just read through this properly.
Yeah.
So obviously the initial start of the fire was magical, but is this now just obviously stuff has caught fire and expanded?
It
So-
has expanded, and while there are magical remnants, you do not think that it will have any sort of effect.
Okay.
Like its basis as magic has no sort of effect on it now.
Cool. In that case, I will start casting the ability to extinguish the flames within a 10-foot cube, I guess, and just sort of work my painstakingly start working through it and hoping that along with the help of the people running water, it will be enough to at least start making a impactful amount to put it out.
Fantastic. Sure. So you start doing that, and it is slow going, but fortunately,
Yeah, Terry,
as I said before.
Oh, Terry, doing it. Yeah, Terry, keep on going.
I just
like grab some buckets from people and just chucking at some fucking flames. And
I'm just
wow,
I just
adding really
my
adding to the contribution as Terry's just fucking going, bah.
and I'm just hanging my head low in sort of a sad realization that I probably won't get a chance like this in a very long time to burn the whole town down.
While you're doing this, and yeah, it is slow going, but the fire's not moving fast, as I said, thankfully, because there's not much wind going. You will hear Nicholas begin incantations for magic of his own, and sort of further down the line, where it might take you half an hour to get at the rate you're going.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is a big fire. But yeah, like you see him there casting his spell, and you can't quite tell what it is at the beginning. But as he completes it, you notice that in between the fire and sort of the next sort of copse of trees, a large wall of water just surfaces, and just like appears like 10 foot, like going from the ground 10 foot up into the sky, and just sort of stays there for a while.
Is he within earshot range of me?
He is not.
Damn.
Especially because you are near a roaring fire.
Damn. Okay. I just obviously continue to put out the fire. Yeah.
I'm just going like just standing there going, what the fuck? Everything's on fire, and there's like Terror over here that's putting it out, and then some boys just called upon an actual fucking wave of force.
Yeah, well, Terry, you're going away, extinguishing it bit by bit. This wall of water here it's doing its job. The fire is not going any way past it. And yeah, after a couple tens of minutes, the fire in the direction towards the town is extinguished. You'd probably guess that it's still continuing into the forest in a different direction, but the town is
That's
now completely safe.
good enough for me. At least it will probably burn some people camping, so that's something, I guess.
Oh, you never know.
Excellent. I before I rejoin everyone, and I just give a little bit of a flick of the wrist of control flames and sort of like edge it a little bit into the forest, give it a bit of a nudge.
Sure.
And then
Yep, everything is calm now. People are cheering. You've all managed to stop the town from burning down.
Oh.
Like, Terry. You actually came through.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Terry, thank you so much.
I guess you.
I pick up his hands, and my two little halfling hands sort of develop and just give it a vigorous shake. Terry, I'm glad you withheld your deal of a bargain.
I looked down and realized your height is unfortunately.
It's close to that.
Yeah, it's definitely close to unfortunate, is what you
Yeah, Dodger, you're definitely keeping your eyes up. Yeah, as you're having this exchange, Nicholas will sort of walk on over to you as well.
It's territory. Like I mean, like the things you like you were like, "Pwah," and the fucking fire went, "Pwah," and then you were like, "Pwah."
Yeah.
I have to agree with Soldier there. Thank you very much for your help.
Hey Nick.
Yeah, well, I mean, the water was a nice touch, but it wasn't, a competition,
Hey Nick,
Of course not. You definitely.
did you do like the thing where you had like the water?
Yeah, no, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah, walls of water are pretty effective against walls of fire.
See, Zodrum, you didn't have to wake me up after all. I knew everything would be fine.
Well, no, I might have had
That
a
was
problem.
awesome. See, like, it was just me and my bucket, and anyway, you guys talk. I don't. Yeah. You guys. Yeah, I did nothing.
Okay, yeah, well, Nicholas will extend his hand out to you, making sure to maintain eye contact and not look down, Terry.
I I noticed him straining his eyesight to mean nothing, nothing but constant eye contact to avoid any awkward stares. But I give him a wink and I say, "My eyes are up here, mate," and I shake his hand, and then I go,
He'll sort of stiffly shake your hand as well and go, I know.
"Yes, Sodrum."
Hey, Nick and Nick. You see, like this little halfling hold a bucket. This bucket. I don't know who I stole it from. Can I just give it to you?
Yeah, I'm sure whoever's bucket it was will be happy to know that. Did that just pop up in the thing? It did. Okay, cool.
I don't know whose bucket this is. Can I just give it to you, or maybe Jeeves?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure someone will be wondering where their bucket is. We can find it.
Thank you. And I like thrust into his hands. We did it. I mean, you did it. I mean, I did nothing, but you guys did. Look, collectively we did it.
Yeah. Cheers all around.
I raise my hands up and sort of put them behind my head, rest the back of my head on my hands, and I go, it was all part of the plan. I had this under control. I expected to be here about this time. Just thought I might open up some better sight lines from the town, all this forest is pretty...
Expected what to be here about this time?
The fire. It's all... Do you want me to do a deception roll?
No, because you're not deceiving him. You've flat out just told him you knew about the fire.
Yeah, I did,
yep. So you knew there was a fire going on in the forest?
Yep.
And you sort of didn't bother trying to make sure it didn't spread?
I mean, but I wanted it to spread.
Fuck. And he sort of just like face palms and like just rubs his eyebrows.
I mean, like, but back where we're from, fire is actually a good thing for the forest. It used to regrow trees.
Okay,
Like,
that's one way of looking at it.
Is that the same here, or are we different?
Well, look, we've definitely not purposely set fire to any forests, but then he sort of he looks around at the people, sort of cheering and happy, celebrating that this happened, and he's just sort of going, "All right, well, this will stay between us for now."
Yeah, whatevs. I mean, at least now the those little lizard bastards can't sneak up on you boys at the mine. Since, well, I guess the path from here to the mine's pretty open now. On the upside, I guess you probably should go check and make sure they didn't get a little too cooked. I guess they should be safe in their cave, but might be worth checking just in case.
Probably a good idea. I'll get some of the scouts to run out immediately.
Excellent.
Well, I think that's enough excitement for one night. If you will excuse me. He sort of gives a slight nod and walks back towards the gate.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's a person in the crowd?
Sure.
I am looking for the barkeep's wife.
Would be.
Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna go quickly grab my
Oh,
oven. So
no.
if you guys wait 3 minutes because I don't want to be in this.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fine. Yeah, no, you look around the crowd and everyone is quite obviously trying not to look at you, so it's quite difficult to sort of discern faces, especially now that it's quite dark, that all the light from the fire is gone.
Oh, I can fix that, I guess. What have I got? Is there how big would you say the crowd is?
It's starting to get on a little bit smaller now as people are starting to head back into the town, but you can probably like get a good 15, 20 people there at the moment.
How far away are they, roughly?
Well, they want to keep some distance from the naked tieflings, so about 50 feet at least. Some more are spread out to maybe 100.
That's rude. All right. Can I? I guess I'll probably run away if I start walking towards them. I'm gonna start walking towards them.
Sure, you start bold as brass walking up towards them. Yeah, give me a charisma check.
All right, charisma. Oh, I didn't realize my charisma was that high.
Yeah, you're a warlock. You're a charisma caster. They
Wow.
run from you like the Antichrist.
God. Look, I mean, it's probably smart.
Yeah, like they saw you walk into that fire. You are like your skin is like is like red, you know, and you're covered in like black soot from all of the smoke. Like you are a horrifying sight, and they dash.
It gives me a slight amount of joy watching so many innocent people run from me.
Okay, excellent.
Out of character though, I am very curious.
Uh-huh.
Had I not been rudely deprived of my flaming town, would you have actually let me burn the town to the ground?
This is it is very much an evolving world. Yeah, you could have burnt the town down.
Oh no!
Wait, boys, are we back in 10 seconds?
Oh no!
Yeah. Look, again, out of game sort of thing. Like when I was setting everything up this morning, I did a roll to check whether or not the fire or not actually spread, and I got like a 3 on it. So I'm like, yeah, the fire's definitely heading towards the town.
Yeah, I was wondering whether something was gonna happen with that later.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I can't believe I could have burned everything down. Oh, that would have been satisfying. But
Yep, and you would have lost all of your shelter, all of your tool making places, anywhere you can buy stuff.
But from the ashes rises a new empire.
Yep, the empire of that figure that you saw.
The figure that I saw? Oh, yes! Oh my gosh, he might actually want to talk to me after I burn a whole town down for him. It's more than he can do.
I'm not sure about that. What's happening?
We're just talking about whether or not I was actually going to let the town burn down had he not done anything.
And I
And
imagine
the answer was yes. This is an evolving world. If he had not done anything, the town would have burnt down.
I am so... Oh, why couldn't I...
Okay, it's good to know that I actually did do something good then.
Oh yeah, you did something really great.
Oh, why couldn't I have... Who's the other evil guy that plays? Why couldn't he have been on? Oh, man. Okay. Okay, so they're running away. I have a little bit of a chuckle.
Yeah.
I sort of head back towards like ear range of Zodrum, and I'm just like, well, that's enough excitement for one night. And I sort of start walking back to the house.
And you see Sodrum like vigorously shaking his head like up and down, like nodding with approval. Yeah. Oh my god. Terry, you did a very good act tonight. Very, very good act tonight.
The thought of doing good makes me sad.
Okay, yeah. Well, you guys,
Do I pick up on Terry being sad because of it?
give me an insight check.
That's what I want to hear. I'm gonna roll shit, but I want to see what happens before I play posters.
He looks, as far as you can see, he's pretty happy that he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're heading back to the house.
Yep. I head in.
I mean, like Terry, like, because you were like, blah, and the fire went blah. Did you like see how high like the fire went? It was like this high, and I like sort of like send my arm up as far as possible, and I look at my hand and go, God fucking damn it! It was. Terry, do you reckon you raise your hand up as well?
I just turn around and go, huh?
Okay, cool.
Terry, do you reckon you can raise your hand up as well? Like, I want to see how high you can raise your hand up.
I don't, why? I go, okay, so I raise my arm as far up as it can go.
Dude, like, the fire was like that, but like 2 times, or like, I don't know, like 3 times. I don't know what numbers are anymore, like, more than that.
I just nod quietly and a single tear rolls down my face.
Bro, you fucking saved the entire town. Alright, Terry, I think you need a good night's sleep after that.
Yes. I climb into bed and sort of curl into the fetal position and just let out a deep sigh.
Cool. Now, here is where we get a little bit experimental.
Ooh.
So,
I've never been with a halfling before.
no, don't worry about it. So, what I have planned
You've never been a midget before.
is you guys are going to get quite a lot of downtime to sort of do some various activities. Specifically, you're going to get 2 weeks in-game.
Holy fuck.
No sort of major events happening.
Also,
and
let me know if you can hear me eating. If I am, just tell me to shut the fuck.
Okay.
So I can mute my mic right now.
Yeah, all good. Haven't heard anything so far. But yeah, so you guys get like 2 weeks of downtime, and I would like to know what it is you plan on using those 2 weeks for.
Okay. First priority, obviously, is to go and brag about my putting out the fire to the innkeeper's wife. To obviously woo her beyond recognition.
Mr. DM, let's just focus on Terry for now, and I'll tell you about what I want to do.
So, tell me, you want to go brag? You want to go brag to the innkeeper's wife? How long are you going to spend doing that? Like, give it to me in days, not hours. So you have so you have 20 days. A week in this sort of law is 10 days. So you have 2 weeks, 20 days.
Okay, so I'll probably spend. I guess it depends how receptive she is.
Yeah, that's how women work. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying the truth, bro.
So I'm I guess a couple of hours. I mean,
no. Give it to me in days. I need days.
Oh, okay. Well, I spent a whole day telling her about how hard it was to put the fire.
Sure, charisma check.
Okay. Where are we? I literally clicked it like just before. Come on, give me a decent number. Are you kidding me?
Shit.
Look, yeah, she seems somewhat impressed, and the people listening in as well. Sort of like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Good work, man.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Wanna bang? Nah. Just. Oh man. Oh, I could have like burnt the whole. It hits me like a truck that I could have, while the town was on fire, and the innkeep was about to burn down. I could have walked through the flames and saved her, and then it would have been like, we can repopulate the earth. But and then I sort of shake my head and I'm like, all right, well, I got other stuff to do. I'll see you around, chicky baby.
Okay, cool. What are you going to be doing for the next while? You can spend any number of days on whatever you want to do.
If I keep going, then just chuck it at me and I can probably make something up for you.
Okay. I am going to. Is there any sort of like library or place that they store any sort of books and knowledge that isn't going to be like dictated by the elders? Like, is there a public library?
In the reception area of the town hall, there are a number of books.
Okay.
I'm sure if you asked, you could get access to.
All right. I am going to spend a day looking at all the books to see if there's anything worth reading that could benefit my magical knowledges.
Magical knowledges, or
yeah, anything that will probably give me like some sort of, I don't know. I don't know if there's even a system in D&D for that, but something that could give me
If you're a wizard, then yeah.
if you're a wizard, then yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe anything that's been recorded about the local sort of anything that anything that would be of use in regards to the town, people in it, the area outside, or anything that would be relevant to our current sort of quest.
Okay, well, if you're spending a full day looking through that stuff, then you don't have to worry about any rolls. You find a good amount of history books, sort of detailing all these like separate religions, like ages that have come and passed, and you might gather that these books are specifically sort of about the world where these people are from.
Mm-hmm.
You will find some language books.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like different languages, like there's Goblin, Draconic, that sort of stuff. There are some like you'd almost call them like thesis, sort of on like the implementation of magics, but yeah.
Do I deem any of these to be beneficial in a like is there anything that I would say, okay, if I read this book I'm going to get something out of it?
The languages, probably, most definitely.
What languages are there?
Hey, let me just roll that for you. So we've got one. Okay, cool. You find several books about languages. You find a book on the Elven language, a book on the Dwarven language, and a book on the language of goblins.
Ooh. I think, well, I have a lot of interactions with goblins. I shall read that one.
Okay, fantastic. How long of your time off are you going to spend reading and learning?
Do I have any sort of estimation on how long it would take to finish the book?
To just finish the book without like sort of stopping and going back and doing like different stuff?
Yeah, pretty much just sitting down, reading through it and learning it. Like eating, then going to bed and, reading it and stuff like that.
If it's just reading from cover to cover, you estimate probably 2 days. But you think doing it that way won't really give you a good grasp on the language.
Okay. I guess I'll dedicate, say, 4 hours a day for my 2 weeks. Well,
please give it to me in days.
Okay, so 2 weeks. Let's go. Let's go 4 days.
4 days? Okay, give me 2 intelligence checks.
Yep. Come on, I gotta roll something good now. Nope, apparently I'm cursed this time.
Okay, roll another.
Are you what? What are these rolls? Like, seriously, and I've got pluses on them.
Yeah, look,
Cursed.
It's really difficult. Like, you've not seen a language like this ever. Not even from the world you came from. Like, you look at it and it's like, words, but how can these possibly form words that you can say with your mouth? It's like you may be able to sort of say like hello, like you think you have a grasp on that, but other than that, you don't really understand much.
Okay. I might just sort of permanently procure that book and just say, I don't think anyone's going to notice it's missing. And, okay, so rest of the time I am going to... Ooh. I'm going to go out into the outside, sort of, I guess, not too deep. Nothing that would be considered too dangerous to go out alone. And sort of scout around the perimeter of the town area for any mushrooms and herbs to make their love potion.
Okay, give me, I think it's intelligence or wisdom, whichever one is higher.
Intelligence.
And you're going to be doing that for the rest of the time?
Rest as in days?
Yeah.
No.
You have 14 days total left.
I'll probably dedicate 2 days to that.
Okay, sure. Give me one more. Give me one more roll then.
Okay.
I'll sort of jumble them up to see if you get it.
Ooh. That's a bit better.
Okay, cool. You do find some, basic herbs. You don't know what to call them. You're not trained in this sort of thing, but you've definitely seen a picture from them that Esmeralda has shown you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not from the list of the ones you need for your love potion.
God damn it. All right, cool. So that would leave me 12 days.
So, I want you to actually add to your possessions on your character sheet. 2 sage root.
Okay, sage.
Wild sage root.
Wait, why is that not showing up? How do you spell sage? Am I dumb?
SAGE.
What the?
So it won't be an actual item that's listed there. What you have to do is you have to go to where it says possessions.
Possessions.
Equipment.
Where's
like other perceptions underneath the inventory tab?
Custom items?
No. What are you looking at?
Looking at the... I'll show you. Put it on my screen. So I've got manage equipment and inventory, custom items.
Sorry, are you just on... It hasn't shown up on the thing yet. Are you looking on your character sheet, or have you gone back into the actual builder?
On the character sheet, yeah.
Okay, yep. Go with custom item, and then yeah, I guess that'll let you enter it. Oh, pardon me, enter it.
Okay. Okay, so 2 sage root, so sage root 2.
Yep.
Cool.
That's what you find.
Cool. Okay, so how much time have I got left?
You spent 2 days doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
12 days.
I spend 6 of those 12 days walking around the town looking for the best places to start fires if I need to.
Okay, sure. Roll me 3 perception checks.
Okay.
Cool. As you walk around during those 6 days, you don't really get much luck at first. Everywhere's made of wood, so you gather you could probably burn, just as well. As you're walking around, you notice near sort of the farming area, some of the fields have been cleared away and have been replaced with training dummies and archery targets.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see Boris and the elder, strangely enough, the elder Bartholomew there, training quite a few of the sturdier looking men and even some women in combat.
I see the women and I go, And so I spend. So I got 6 days left. I spend 4 of those days joining the training sessions to help train these individuals and obviously hit on all the ladies in hopes to get some.
Sure. Yeah, you're a warlock, so we're not going to bother with that. Just give me some charisma checks for your hitting on the ladies.
Hell yeah.
Give me 2.
Oh. Why does it hate me?
Look, they're wary of you at first, but as you're there, spending more time with them, sort of like instructing them, they definitely warm up to you. They get a little bit more friendlier. In terms of helping train them, because it's more physical work, swords, axes, and bows like that, you're not too much really use in all of that because you don't really particularly.
Oh no, I
in a lot of melee combat.
I literally stand on the sidelines and just tell the men what to do as if I know what I'm talking about, and just give nothing but positive feedback to the ladies. That's that's the extent of my training.
Well, yeah, these women that are training definitely are more receptive of you. But yeah,
Cool.
None of them have blatantly fallen for your dashing charm.
Fools, all of them. Okay, so that leaves 3 days, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 days learning trying to learn the sort of habits of Jeeves and the elders inside the main hall as best as I can, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll?
Give me some investigation checks for those 2 days.
Investigate this. Oh, yes. Oh. Jeez.
So on the first day that you do, you think you get a really good grasp on sort of like Jeeves's routine. He gets there fairly early, not like crack of dawn sort of stuff, but do you go in the building at all, or do you just sort of like stay outside?
Sorry, Dan. I phased out completely. So
Do you go in the building at all, or do you stay outside?
I go in the building because obviously,
You're a natural 20. I didn't even see that.
Under the guise of still looking at this pub.
Upwards, what?
I know. Can I get any more unlucky? Yeah. So obviously, when I'm being sneaky, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look at the books. But
yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No. You pull it off pretty well. You're watching Jeeves. He's not always there, as you might reckon. There are plenty of times when he's sort of where he sort of leaves. He's going out to do some sort of errand. Sometimes he's just leaving to sort of pass along a message and comes back pretty quickly. But you reckon probably that day there were two sort of periods where he was gone for about a solid 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
As for the next day, he doesn't really do it at all. So you've sort of confused yourself. You're not really sure whether he actually does it at all, or if how often it happens, how long he goes for. It sort of just works to confuse you a little bit.
Okay, cool. All right. What am I going to do on my last day?
It doesn't have to be anything meaningful. It can literally just be whatever.
I'm going to go and I guess I'm going to follow the fire sort of into the forest, but not far enough that I lose sight of the town. So I don't want to just wander aimlessly into the forest, but sort of try and see how far it's gone in 2 weeks, or if it's still got any smokes coming from the horizon to indicate whether it's still burning or anything like that.
You look, if you're traveling far enough that you still have the town in sight, for as far as you can see ahead, then yeah, definitely everything's still burnt down. You can't really see much. If you're heading towards where the fire was, of course, you can't see really much green trees or anything like that. There's not much greenery going on. Give me a perception check for the pillars of smoke in the sky.
All right. Wait, why did that not roll? Oh, there we go.
Cool. You can't see any more pillars in the sky.
A single tear runs down my face, and I turn around and head back to town, and that's my my time done.
Okay, excellent. Zodrum, what are you gonna get up to for your 2 weeks?
Okay. Well, so 2 weeks you mean by 14 days or 20 days?
20 days.
12 days. Oh, your mic's cutting out. I believe you
Nope.
said 20 days.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll just spend the first 3 days with inside Esmeralda's apothecary to learn
I thought you were about to say the first 3 days inside Esmeralda.
the secrets of Esmeralda's trade.
Yeah, sure. Let's jumble it all together into 2 intelligence checks.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Not great to start off with. You sort of forget some of the stuff you learned before, but sort of towards the end of the 3rd day, you're definitely getting the hang of it. It's more just like the practical sort of distillation of the potions that's causing you a little bit of trouble, but you're definitely getting there.
Alright. Can I spend another day trying to master this practical element?
Sure can. Yeah, give me another intelligence.
Well, fuck me. Because
Yeah.
this is going to be bad. Oh.
Beautiful. Yeah, you focus with all of your might. You spend the entire day just doing it over and over and over
So,
again.
it's more like, okay, so it's chemistry. Okay. Okay, I feel like at this point, everything I learned before I was here just has been thrown out the window because none of this makes any goddamn sense. All right, so you grind down the powder, then you go through this fractional distillation process beneath the essence of a thing, and then you neutralize it in acid, then pass it through another neutral gas. Oh, I understand now. Oh, okay. Go on,
Precisely.
please.
And make sure you always keep the flame at the right temperature.
Right. See, but back when I was from, it was really easy to maintain the temperature because you always. Anyway, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yes. So right temperature. Is there any way I could possibly try and make sure I could always have the right temperature, or do I just need to just know what it is?
Comes from practice.
It comes from practice. Well, this might be a bit harder than I thought, because geez, if I was back home where I was, this would be a lot easier.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the sort of the tool to sort of procure the flame. It's quite different to what you would talk.
Bunsen burner.
Yeah, it's quite different to a Bunsen burner, but sort of similar enough that sort of. And with your constant practicing this day, you think you could probably get it right in just give it a little bit longer. Like maybe if you were to spend another 1 or 2 days, you could probably get it so that you always flames just spot on.
All right. Well, I think I might have to spend a few more days practicing the right temperature flame. If that's all right with you, Esmeralda, I know you run a business here, and I know that the elders are pressing on your back for more health potions. But
What?
if there's any aid I can give you, I want to give back to you. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, but it's not a problem. Every bit we complete here is it's another potion for the town. Everything helps.
Yeah.
I'm glad for the company as well.
So,
Ooh, she thirsty.
It's the same for you as well. But it's different being away from the I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we get back to work?
Of course. Yep. So you can spend the next few days doing it. Don't worry about any sort of rolls. Like if it's just the flame, it'll be a cinch. You can just spend the next 2 days practicing it, and you'll have it down pat. That's fine.
Alrighty. And that is how you roleplay becoming proficient with alchemy tools, fellas.
Heck yeah.
Because why would you just all of a sudden get alchemy tool proficiency from doing absolutely nothing? That's dumb.
Exactly. And that's what I like about it.
That's why I did the thing I wanted to do, because, you know, continuity. Anyway, thank you so much, Esmeralda. Sorry, DM, question. Did
Yes.
I learn any ingredients from
Yes.
this? Like, any ingredients I would just be able to pick up on and be like, okay, I understand what they are.
Yes. So you know wild sage root,
Alright.
which is for your healing potion.
Just give me a second, I'm going to chuck them all in backstory. Okay, wild
Cool.
sage root.
Yep. There is worm tongue petals.
And I know what all these do.
Worm tongue petals.
I'm almost saying is, do I know what these do?
Oh yeah, you know them.
Okay, yep. Keep it going.
Yep. And where was it? I had another one here. Yes. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to fucking pronounce this, so I'm just gonna spell it.
Just say that right. I'll just type it in.
Hyacinth nectar. Hyacinth nectar. I've just spelt it in the thing.
Oh, the YH. Well, no,
H-Y-A-N.
HYANCINTH nectar.
Yes.
Too easy.
And you know that that when mixed with the healing potion, it removes 1d6 poison in the target system, but cannot remove it completely.
Okay. So I know. So wild sacred is used for healing potions and worm tongue.
Yep. And that one's for your poison.
I can't find it because I'm fucking illiterate. Like seriously, I'm illiterate. I don't know how to spell words.
Yeah, no, it's a...
Definitely not at university. Don't know how to spell words.
It's okay. It's not English you're doing, is it?
What? No, engineering.
There you go.
I don't know how
Exactly.
to spell when I'm doing engineering. Wow, I cannot find worm tongue.
WYRM.
Oh, WY.
Yeah.
Okay. All good.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, yeah, all good. Jeez. Esmeralda, I'd just like to thank you for everything you've done over the last 6 days. It really means a lot to have someone willing to teach, for me to procure some knowledge of this new world.
Look, it's not a problem at all. And hey, if you want to learn more, I'll be here.
You see, like Zosram, give me a bit of a nod. It's good to. It's good to have a friend.
Always is.
Yeah. It's odd being in a new place. Yeah. I'm sorry. I need to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like that. I need to go. Okay.
and Zodrum leaves. For the rest of his time, Zodrum would like to aid with the scouting party. I should do first. Okay, very first thing. We'll get that. To get that, he would like to go to the farmers on the periphery of the frontier and talk to them.
Excellent. So you're heading off towards the fields?
Yeah, and I'd like to grab Terry along with me if he's down to come with.
Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, we can make it sort of like a sort of a quick thing that's happening during the day.
Right.
I mean, Terry was mostly trying to bang women, so I don't think he really was doing too much of his day.
Yeah, I don't think I'd spend the whole day there. I think I'd get probably bored because I'm just,
Okay, cool. You head off towards the fields, and yeah, same thing that I described before. You notice some of them have sort of been cleared away. There are some training dummies, and some like archery targets there. And Boris and the elder Bartholomew are there training some of the more sort of muscly and hard men and women.
I like to. I'm going to approach Bartholomew and Boris.
Yep. Good day there, Zodrum. How can we help?
Good day. I see. I see that my advice was taken to heart. It is good to see that the process has been taken care of to, I guess it's not the right term, but it's the only fitting term we have currently, total war against the external attacks.
Absolutely. What you said a couple of days ago, it struck home for Savenya and I. While Nicholas himself may be more of the idea that defense is better, we definitely think that going out and striking, eliminating these threats, is the better course of action.
It's good to hear that, Bartholomew. Garrett, it's good to see you again too. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while, about a week, yeah.
Bartholomew, you there is one thing I didn't mention about this whole total war ideal policy thing. There is going to be a strain on the people of the frontier. There will be... look, I'm going to give it to you straight, because I know that you wanted straight and nothing else. Your liberties in this town will be diminished. People will starve, and there will be more poverty. But, I assure you, if this all does succeed, it'll be worth the small nuances and interruptions caused by this. When your sons, your grandsons will be free to roam and to do as they please in this land.
We certainly hope for the same, Sir Zodrum. Of course, we do share your concerns about the food, but we have left that in the hands of the good people of the tavern. Everything will go into rationing, and as you said, yes, people will go hungry, but we hope with proper rationing that they will survive to see this ideal.
And to strengthen this resolve, I'd like to nominate myself and Terry
That's me!
to be a duo scouting party for the frontier team.
Whoa, what?
Terry, shut your lips.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that. I just saved the town.
we are willing to go forthright and find and document where the enemies lie. The orcs to the south, or the goblins to the south, kobolds to the north.
Can we at least get a horse? I don't really want to walk that far.
The figures we are going to need some provisions with us.
Provisions we can definitely supply you with. A horse, however, will be quite tricky. We haven't seen any since we've arrived here.
Well, I guess, you know, I do work for money. Nothing
Terran,
is
there's no
free.
horses.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna need to buy a fuckload of shoes, considering I feel like I'm gonna go through them like nothing else. So, yeah, I can scout for a buck or two, you know.
Right, well, thank you very much for this offer. I think we'll definitely be, if you don't mind me putting it this way, relieving ourselves of your services.
Very well. Terry and I shall scout to the south. We're going to find the remnants of this goblin insurgent force, and we'll put a stop to it. But we're only going to document where they are, and we'll require backup on further investigation.
Absolutely. We do not expect you to go out and completely risk your neck if the odds are up against you. Documentation is an absolute priority.
In saying this, do you have a map, at least for us?
We have a sort of a hand-drawn sort of sketch, of course, because we don't really know how far these lands expand. Not everything's exactly to scale, but
How about this? We will make those lands expand beyond any of your wildest
Oh
dreams.
my god! Just the thought of that much walking, just, you know, it definitely does a number on me.
we look forward to the day when our maps are quite a lot more full than they are currently.
Alright. Could you provide one of these maps to us, or no?
Absolutely. We don't have many on hand at the moment, but give me a few... I'm not quite sure how long it would take at the moment, but I can definitely have a copy made for you.
Surely you have some spare in the guards' barracks.
Possibly. You know what? Garrus, if you'll accompany these gentlemen to the scouting, the sort of the scouts' hall part of the guard barracks. I believe there might probably be a map there. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Very well, Garrett. Good to meet your acquaintance, and Bartholomew. Good to see you again. And you might need to pick up on the drawstring. They aren't pulling back as hard as these recruits should be pulling back. You can see by the knocked elbows, they aren't going back all the way. They could be improved.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for your observation. You heard the man, chaps. Pull those arms back.
Always in help. So Garrett, as a walking back, have we any more reports since we've increased the amount of armed guards and scouts into the area around the frontier?
Well, in regards to the kobolds and their ambushes, they've definitely still been happening, but they don't seem to be increasing sort of the kobolds, I mean, don't seem to be increasing the amount of personnel they put towards their ambushes. So it's, yeah, the more they do it, the more prepared we become, and the less injuries there are. At the moment, I believe like there was a sort of a minor injury from an arrow in the last caravan, but yeah, no, the kobold front has been pretty good, and we've seen nothing of the goblins so far.
Okay, that is very good to hear. It just makes sure that those caravan supplies, they're the most vulnerable. That's what the kobolds are after.
Absolutely, yeah. Cool.
Garrett, I need to ask you. What is your opinion on the elders' new policy they've implemented? I need to know from a first-hand account what you think. So I better judge their opinions of what they've introduced into this world.
Well, quite difficult to say, you know. Ever since I've been here, it's always been, you know, protect the town. You know, send scouting parties out, see if there's any sort of dangers incoming. But this sort of total war sort of movement, as you put it before, is well, it's new to me. Sure, I think it'll be difficult on people with the food, you know. As Bartholomew said, there's not going to be as much to go around, but you know, the recruits seem to be coming along fairly nicely, so I don't think it'll be too bad.
I hope I hope the officers maintains true. Hey Garrett, pull him aside. I may have given the elders this idea of attack and no defense, and to be honest, Garrett, I am scared, worried.
Well, I don't think no defense is, you know, the right thing. I know, certainly, like, the parties going out are going to be our current guards, the ones, you know, with, you know, more experience and all that. Well, these recruits are going to be...
I understand, but the thing I didn't... The thing you might not understand is there's going to be a massive loss of life because of this, Garrett. And that weighs on my mind. I know that what I did was to propel the town forward, but at the same time, it has a cost blood. And I don't know if I'm strong of mind to deal with that sort of thing now.
He sort of, he ponders this for a moment. Well, truth be told, I don't have much to say there. The elders that we have at the moment are the only leadership I've known. Like, yeah, sure, going on the offense is, it's probably going to increase the amount of people that die. But, people have died before.
You see, Garrett? The people here are a resilient bunch, but they can only take so much before they start questioning things. And I want you and me to be on a good terms, okay? I'm not an evil man. I didn't want to set out on this to kill the people of the frontier. I did this for the good of your people, for our people.
Yeah, no, look, hey, the way I look at it, I suppose it's a good change. You know, before I was just sort of going out, you know, my job was basically to say, hey, there's enemies coming, and depending on how many, we could all die. Whereas now it's well, it's going to be going out there and sort of meeting those enemies before they can get anywhere close. Sure, some of us might die, but it also means, you know, the town's just that bit safer.
I hope it's true, Garrett. I hope it's true. For your sake and my sake. Anyway,
Cool.
let's get back to the barracks so that you can show them this map. And we get a better idea of what we are dealing with across the fronts.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, well, you guys continue on, sort of towards the barracks. And yeah, you get let in, no problem, once they see that Garrus is with you. Wait. And yeah, he sort of asks you to wait for a moment, sort of ducks into the barracks, and yeah, appears back a little bit later. In his hand is like a sort of like a parchment scroll sort of thing. Not quite accurate, but yeah, it's obviously been used quite a bit, and like stuff has been sort of drawn on and sort of erased as best as it can from how it is. And there is a new sort of addition that you gather would probably just have been put on in the last couple of days. I'm just sort of making it all here.
Is this gonna be a new fucking slide? Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, I'm sort of while we're having that conversation, I'm sort of trying to put together a quick map.
Hey, Terry. Guess what we're about to see, big boy? We're about to see a fucking new map.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what? What's happening?
Because I DM'd the fuck out of, I roleplayed the fuck out of getting a new map.
Sure did, and it's very, very, very slapdash.
Bullshit. I want to know roughly what the fuck I'm looking at because it's look, it's all good playing in the mind, but my god, do I like some visual representation.
Yeah.
So I am obviously off doing stuff, and I hope that at some point you filled me on. So what are we looking at a map of? Just the world that we know, or is it?
God damn it! Sorry, the slider sort of thing's in the way, so I can't drag you there directly. So let's just drag you there, slide that across. Shit,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to drag you into one of those.
Okay, I might as well explain it. So I've been talking to.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like I said, slapdash. So yeah, like Gareth there will explain it to you, sort of like that sort of cave-looking thing is the mine. Where it's all green is like just the forests. The sort of like pillars up there are the Storm Range mountains. It's the Storm Range. Yeah, the green stuff is still forests. Sort of where that road sort of just like ends, you know, as it is on the map, the road literally ends to just like a wall of trees. And down, there is a lake right about here-ish to the east.
Wow, I did not realize there was a lake in this fucking world.
You guys haven't gone east yet.
Oh, I can go swimming with my cape of swimming.
Yes, you can. There's a reason I put that in.
Don't worry, Sniper Place says 10 out of 10 map. You could do.
It's beautiful. Look, I have a proper one here on paper, but
Sniper plays 15. Can I get a? Oh yeah. As he gives me a 10 out of 10 map for this DM. Lovely talking to you, big fella. Oh, beautiful. Garrett. Okay. So you got the yes. Okay.
Yes.
And you see like Zodrim's like eyes darting back and forth, and you see him like putting his hands to his chin, like stroking his chin, going oh jeez, I'm not very clever at this sort of thing. And I just sort of thrusted back towards so whereabouts do you think the goblins or the kobolds are from?
Hey, look. Honestly, your guess is as good as ours. Like, we've maintained the same patrol route, which is what you can see here, pretty much, and we've not seen any of them since that last that attack the night you guys showed up. Like, they could be coming from further south. We have no idea what's that way.
Sniper Play said moan.
Okay.
You've got everything you've wanted now.
Okay, so from the south you think the goblins. Okay, so from down in this big forest area here. Okay.
So have we been south?
Nope.
We haven't been anywhere.
You have not been south or east. You have been north and northwestish.
So little time, so many forests to burn.
Also, wasn't there a map we had? Just, or am I completely wrong there?
What do you mean, sort of map?
I thought we had a map.
Actually,
Maybe it
no.
might have been the giant puzzle, because it's sort of like a pretty cool map actually.
There was those giant puzzles.
Because like one of them looked like a map, and I was like, that looks pretty cool for a map. But anyway, okay. So Gary, you reckon?
Or it might have been like the first encounter battle you had that I drew. Either way, yeah, keep going.
Where does this road lead to down south?
From what we've seen, it just sort of ends. Like it's sort of you keep going, you follow along, and then there's just more trees in front of you. It doesn't really go anywhere.
It ends.
Yeah, it just stops.
Wait, so you mean that people from this town have built that road, or it was already there before we came here?
No, it was already there. Like, sure, it didn't connect up onto the town here. Like, you know, us walking that way and sort of finding it is sort of built onto it. But, yeah, no, there was definitely just like sort of a clearing through the trees. That sort of, you know, resembled a road in some way.
I see. And this is the fastest way to travel down south.
Well, yeah, other than that, you're just going through the trees.
Do you think the goblins are still down to our south?
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be where they've been coming from in all the, like all the past attacks. But, you know, as I said, haven't seen them for a while now.
Do you think there's any reason we should pursue down south, or should we focus all attention to our north? Garrett, this is you stepping up and becoming a leader, not me asking for this.
Yeah, I suppose that is one way to put it. Well, look, yeah, honestly, the fact that nothing is going on with the goblins, while it can be seen as a good thing, it's kind of concerning. You know, goblins are... they're schemy little things, you know? They don't normally just give up. So, like, yeah, if you can go south and definitely, you know, try and find out what's going on down there, then that would probably be a big help.
I see. Thank you, Garrett. Could you put in word with the elders for us to have an allowance of health potions so that we may scout south?
Yeah, I think I could probably do that. That should be fine.
Thank you. We might spend a final night at our home here before we go down south tomorrow morning.
Sure, that'll complicate what's happening with Terry's time off.
Oh, okay.
I'm just chilling at the training grounds.
Terry.
Yeah.
I know you're
Oh wait, what was I? Did you write a list of the actual time correlations between the two?
Yes.
Okay, so what was I doing?
At this point, because it's the 7th day into the 2 weeks, you were still looking at languages.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just busy in the library. Jeeves is bringing me tea.
Terry. Oh, wait. Terry, what type of book are you looking at right now?
I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's gibberish. There's something about goblins on the cover. I think it's a language book,
Wait,
but
goblins.
Yeah.
Terry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is all coming together. Okay. How long until you think you might have a reasonable idea of some knowledge of this?
Oh, look, I thought I'd pick it up a lot quicker than I did, but I think I know how to say hello. If that can.
To try and help you out with like how to do it, or?
I mean, look, if you can give me a hand, I won't object to that for sure.
Okay, I could be like a bit of a reading buddy, because I think Goblin might be very fucking useful for us right now. If we're doing the thing we're about to be doing.
100%. I'm thinking I might be able to build an army slowly with goblins. That'd be real handy.
Yeah, Terry, I think it's gonna be useful for us.
Yeah, 100%. You want to help me?
Yeah.
Hey, awesome.
Terry, if I help, could I have the shard back, please?
Look, I love that, but no.
Well, I'm not gonna help you, mate.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna help anyway.
Ready? Give me. Give me 2 intelligence checks. 1 to understand it yourself, and 1 to try and help teach Terry.
So me, I need to do an intelligence check.
Yes, please.
Wow, this is gonna be dog shit. Wow, that was dog shit.
Yeah. Look, with Terry's help on sort of the word hello, you think you can say hello?
Excellent.
You can forego the teaching to take a second intelligence to see if you understand anything else.
Pun.
You can take another intelligence roll instead of helping sort of Terry. You can take another intelligence roll to see if you understand anything else.
Alright, okay, Terry, you clearly. I mean, I've got no idea what the fuck I'm saying, but Jesus Christ, I think you have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
Who's Jesus?
My-
You can now say goodbye as well.
Boys, I can now say 6'9".
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll keep at it, I guess.
Cool. Zodrum, what are you going to be doing for the rest of your days off?
I might I'm gonna go to talk to Nick.
Okay.
To Nicholas. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to the town hall on my next day. How many days do I have left after this?
Like
You got that?
13.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go up to my next. Go up, and I'm gonna make sure that they are not in ritual, and I'm gonna enter when I am directly spoken to by Jeeves. That
Yeah, no, you're granted entry almost straight away. And only Nick is there. Bartholomew and Savenya are not to be seen.
Greetings, Nick.
Good afternoon, Zodrum. How can I help?
I hear there may be some dismay between your fellow councillors.
You mean in regards to this movement of war?
I would. Yes, I would. Yes, I'd like to. Yes.
All right. What are your concerns?
I would like to know. Not know. That's wrong wording. I'm sorry, my wording is not my strongest suit. To understand the reasoning, so I may better improve myself as a person. I understand that it's not an easy feat to go into what your people were doing, but I want to understand what your opinion is of this matter.
Well, look, as I'm sure you've heard, I'm not really. I do not look at war as sort of the means to improve our way here. Personally, I'm of the mind that it is a route back to the world we came from. That it is, we should be focusing our resources to, not this war on the other creatures. But honestly, with the amount of progress we've had, I can see the benefits it might bring. Increased land and safety means more resources for us to use, which leads to better defenses, which leads to greater food. It's just... yes. Honestly, I believe we are better off trying to return home than we are to make a home here.
And see, like, you really hear like Zodrum calm like down like massively. This with you guys trying to make a way back home, Do you think it's possible at all?
Possible. Honestly, I can't give a definite yes. We've had little headway in that regards, which is why I do see the benefit in this war. Probable, you know, it's. I think it might happen, but with how much work we've put into it and how little we've gained from it, it will take a very long time.
Nico, I really don't want to encroach on your leadership abilities. I think you've done a marvelous job so far, and I wish you to continue. I also want to say that I am not trying to jockey for any position to overthrow this establishment. That is not my intention.
Honestly, that when the group of you did arrive here at first, that was my primary concern. But after all you've done for this town, honestly, I find it hard to even try and convince myself that was the case anymore. This war, it has come about because of the decision of my fellow elders. In terms of trying to levy power from us, I don't think any of us see it that way.
That is good. That is good to know. Nicholas, would it be at all capable that you may extend an arm of power to me and my group? A small arm of the council to at least aid in the goings on of the frontier. To aid in council, to be another voice of approval, and to be a bulwark of the disapproval and the continuing of the frontier.
I think it is definitely beneficial to us. Of course, as the as you said, the power, the voice of power for the frontier, to have someone that can see life as it is for those more concerned with their day-to-day lives. I think to have you sit in on probably a number of our councils would indeed be beneficial, but of course, I alone cannot make that decision. It is something I will have to extend to both Bartholomew and Savenya.
I understand, and thank you for even considering this profound offer. I know these are trying times, and we all understand the necessity of sticking to one's tribal needs, but as I see fit, you may not need to take these on board, but it is, as we see, them versus us. They are the first aggressors, and we are the protectorates of our own people. But there comes a we must make an action, and I know this goes against what you preach and what you say, Nicholas. But sometimes necessary evil must prevail for the good of the land.
Agreed. Well, if that is all, Zodrum, thank you for taking this.
I'll bow my head deeply. Nicholas has been an honor.
And for the first time since you have arrived here, you will notice that Nicholas himself bows his head rather deeply to you.
I don't make even a move. I just bow and leave.
Yep. Excellent. Alrighty, it is now nearly 9 o'clock, so if you want to shoot through the last bit of your sort of
I'm going to
days
spend
off.
the rest of my days with Esmeralda.
Okay, excellent. Sort of just learning stuff.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We're gonna
Because I'm not Terry trying to get in her pants.
Oh, mate, you're missing out. I might have to try that myself now.
Hey boys, you know what? I'm gonna give a few seeds to you know what I'm saying.
What?
Okay. I want you to give me. Is there any sort of anything in particular, any sort of effect you might want to learn, or sort of give me a description, and we'll see how you go with your rolls.
Okay. Do you want me to look at or not look at the?
Don't look at the table. Sort of give me a sort of idea of what you might want.
All right, I want to make the. All right, Esmeralda. Could you? Is there any? I know. Look, everything you've told me so far has been really good, but say if I want to, in the future later on, improve upon my things to make them better. What type of ingredient would I need to learn to do this? I don't even know if this is possible or not to make an even stronger thing that we've already made, but this is a crazy world. Surely there must be something.
Well, yeah, there most definitely is. As you know, I've had greater healing potions before. They're definitely stronger than the original ones. I can teach you sort of what you need and how to make those.
Yes. Could you please teach me those, please?
Okay, that's not a problem. How long of your remaining 12 days do you want to spend on a greater healing potion recipe?
Let's spend 4 days.
Give me 2 intelligence checks.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking horrible.
Whoa! Aye, not just me. Nat 20, Nat 1. That is like unheard of.
I don't even know. I clicked twice, but for some reason it pumped out a million fucking.
How does that happen in such short
Two. Yeah, it's all about random number generators. Anyway, okay, so the first couple of days, you are in the zone. You are down pat. You know what's going on. You have no problems remembering the ingredient you need. It is milkweed seeds. Unfortunately, however, the process is it's quite difficult, quite a bit more difficult than sort of just creating a standard health potion. So you've not really grasped on that very well.
Fuck. And I'm really sorry. I just leave.
Okay, she's as you just leave, she's sort of bewildered for a moment, and
I'm gonna storm off to the to Berengar at the smith.
Okay, sure. Not a problem. You enter the smithy. As it normally has been, there is no one at the counter. But you can hear out the back the signature metal on metal. But you definitely notice that there is quite a lot more of it, as if there are more people working out back.
There's a stem on the table.
Yep, cool. The sounds of metalwork decrease, but it's still definitely going on. And after a few moments, Verigar comes to the counter.
Good old
What can I do for you, lad?
Berigrat.
Greetings, Verigar. Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. How are you feeling?
Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I've not had this much work to do in a long time. It's kept me busy. It's nice.
I hope the shipments are coming in. I hope you're not too tired, because I feel like it's only going to increase from here.
Yeah. Look, the lady Savenia, she's helping me out. You know, she's even grabbed some of the some of the farm boys sort of give me a hand. You know, teaching them it's slow going, but over time it's definitely sped things up.
Yeah. This is now the time where I ask the DM. What are we doing with our previous OP weapons? Are we dismantling them, or are we actually doing something with them?
So I'm going to change them
Because
minorly.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Verigar if I can make my longsword into a rapier.
You already have a rapier. Oh, right. You mean the steel one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am changing all the weapons you guys got because, you know, like the +1 to hits just for making them sort of like a step up in the metal is a bit OP.
I think mine wasn't too bad though, was it?
This is a non-rules lawyer guide to DMing. Normally you don't give +1 weapons to about level 5 or 6, so that's just a heads up.
Yeah, definitely. First time DMing, don't make my mistake.
Mate, you can always take back.
It's alright.
Cool. So they are not, any of them are not +1 to hit. They are just, you get an extra +1 to whatever damage you roll. So if you roll like a 7, you get an 8.
Okay. So, okay.
Alright, there we go. And I take out a longsword and lay it on the table. I'm only a little fellow, but I'm very nimble, and I don't think I can really hack and slash as much as I used to if I was in, say, your form. Could you perhaps make this into a faster, nimble weapon for me, please? A rapier of sorts.
He sort of looks over the longsword for a moment and he goes, well, this has already been
I'm willing to pay whatever the other cost is. I know you spent many days and hours working on this piece.
Yeah, he takes what you have to mind, and he, as I said, he looks over the sword for a little bit. He goes, well, it's already been forged quite strongly. Turning it into a rapier, there's probably not much chance of it happening without it becoming quite brittle. What I can do for you, if you don't mind me doing, is I can make you a rapier out of the steel. It'll only just be like an extra, yeah. Like I'll take this longsword and I can distribute it to the recruits out there.
Oh,
but,
excellent! Yeah. Excellent.
And
I don't
call it even. Like it'll just be 5 silver. Just swap over.
Ah, yes, excellent.
Can I go to this guy at some point? Like, do I reckon I have like 5 minutes to sneak in there to do the same for my quarterstaff?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to swap it over for?
I want to get him to smelt my quarterstaff down.
It's mostly wood, but sure.
Can you make me a bigger sickle? I know of a giant head near here that I may need a bigger sickle to remove one day.
Well, look, sure, but it's not gonna be easy to handle.
I only need it for about 5 minutes at any given time. It's more of a tool than a weapon.
All right, sure, that's fine.
Cool. So
Anyway, back to that'll be fine. We'll just go to both of you. Should be done by the end of the week.
Cool.
So by the end of your second week, yeah, you can go pick them up.
Thank you very much. Very good. Also, I need to ask you something. How do I deal with someone? I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. And I turn away and leave.
Okay, no worries. Don't forget, end of the week.
And end of the week. I'll come back. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And I just see him just say sorry as he walks out the door.
He looks after you with a very with a concerned look on his face. But yeah, he goes back to smithing.
I guess I'll go back to Esmeralda, and I'll try and learn as best as I can. But I know I'm a failing student, so I'll be a bit downtrodden.
Okay. Well, give me another 2 intelligence rolls.
A 19 and a 3.
Oh, yeah, honestly, with that 19, I'd say that's enough to carry you through. Like you've got the formula sort of down pat. The 3 is, yeah, no, that's sort of towards the end of it. It's more just like sort of nitty gritty stuff. You know, like you can sort of like do it this way to make it a little bit faster. Like you can extract some of like
It's like the fucking it's like the Incredibles meme. Alchemy is alchemy, and I fucking fist down.
Exactly. But yeah, no, you definitely know that using milkweed seeds, you can increase the effectiveness of your potions now.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Esmeralda, that was a big help.
I'm
Sorry,
glad to
thank you so much. I haven't asked you yet. I've known you for so many days, and jeez, I'm a bit flustered. Were you born here, Esmeralda?
I was born here, yes.
I see. Were your parents born here as well?
No, my parents were not. They came from, well, their home, really. This place for me is home, but they came from where they called home.
Oh, where did they hail from, I guess, as your people would say? Where did you come from?
Look, honestly, they went on about it so much that I just stopped listening, but I think it was either like it was something, it was on a place called the Sword Coast. Um Waterdeep, Neverwinter, one of those two, I don't remember which.
And you see Zoldrum just have like a just look down at disappointment.
But of course, I'm sure, you know, more people here, they came from like other places around there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Esmeralda, thank you for your time once again.
It's no problem.
It's hard being away from friends and family, you know.
I understand what you mean.
I don't think you do. I used to have a life back home. I have friends and family, and now it's all past aside.
She sort of pauses for a moment as you say that, and she sort of lifts up the I'm not sure what to call it, like, but like, you know, like the plank that sort of keeps the like on the counter that like the shopkeeper can walk through to go out to the shop front. She sort of lifts that up, gestures inside, and says, "Come inside and have some tea. It'll calm you."
You see like a teary-eyed Zoldrum. Thank you. I don't want to burden you with my troubles, but it's just hard not being able to talk to anyone these days.
Always happy to lend an ear.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Doing anything else, or is that sort of just it?
That's sort of like a roleplay fucking thing with Esmeralda. I tell her all the things I hate about my previous life and all that sort of shit.
Cool.
I probably should be paraphrasing. Zoldrum is a bit depressed. Not gonna lie. He's lost a lot of people in his life.
Cool. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Sorry, Esmeralda, I need to leave. I should probably check on old Terry and make sure he's doing fine. I'm being a bit selfish of myself to just worry about me. But thank you once again. I will more than likely return in the future. But it may be some time. Terry and I will be going on a long journey. I pray we do return. Thank you. And I
As
just
do
leave.
I, Consultrum. You hear us say as you leave. Okay, excellent. We'll probably leave it there for tonight. I'm not sure how people are going, but I don't think we'll be able to fit combat into the next hour. Not that I have planned. So yeah, we'll try and get back to this tomorrow, hopefully, if everyone's available.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, I can't promise anything, obviously, but I'll try.
Enough, that's all good. Like, we can try and get it through the weekday, or even just, again, push it back to the next Saturday, if that's all good.
Yeah.
We can push it into like tomorrow afternoon instead of tomorrow night.
Well, now that I'm in Storm, I got Sunday, Mondays off, and just repeating each week.
Yeah, you got some stuff you got to do around the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going out to the
Surely,
parents.
surely we all have time. So anyway,
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
by the looks of this, Ryan is probably doing something tomorrow afternoon as well. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see what we can organise.
Yeah.
what's Ron saying?
Ryan probably has some, by the looks of it, in another chat that I'm in. Ryan's probably doing something else tomorrow afternoon as well. But I'll chat with him, see what's going on.
What's he doing?
I don't know. He's like organising with another one of our friends to do something, and it's
Or is Ryan back over in Tamworth?
no, he's still here.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Jeez, I'm also still in Newey, so I'm like, what the fuck do I even do at this point?
Thanks for watching though, Sniper. Hopefully, if you tune in for another one, there'll be a lot more, action and explosions.
Yeah, tomorrow should be, hopefully tomorrow will be played, should be a whole lot more exciting, but I do like the quieter sessions, to be honest.
Yeah, no, this one was actually like really good. This was some good roleplay.
I not gonna lie, combat's good and all, but like, okay, making a character to be good at combat is fun, but making a character that is good at combat and roleplay is the best.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's obviously hard because I feel like my character's not someone who
Interacts well with this environment.
talks less because obviously they hold themselves in a much higher regard than the people they're talking to. So it's like it's sort of like you can sort of
Yeah. But look, it's definitely harder now that there's like only the two of you here tonight instead of the four.
Yeah,
but
it is fun.
that said, if we had to go through 4 people's 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I think
Like, if we had the 4 people's 2 weeks, like I probably would have had to cut back on the RP a little bit.
yeah.
But
Nah.
yeah, this was real good.
Because my whole goal of Zodrum is to, well, he's a halfling, like he's always going to be belittled by people, so he's going to try and punch a little bit above his weight to make it, he knows his limitations, so that's why he's going to act the way he acts. And like he's deep down a very good person trying to do what he thinks is good for the world, and that is trying to make it better for a new generation, even though it might not align with Nick's generation like opinions of trying to go back.
Hey, look, I don't want to.
He's definitely more of a short-term guy instead of a long-term guy because he's got a very low wisdom, so I'm playing to that sort of like short-term instead of long-term.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, and look, I mean, we can always resolve the elders not agreeing with our plans.
Also,
one way or another.
Zodrum definitely has a crush on Esmeralda, but he's not going to act on it because that's just weird.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep her away from from Terry.
Yeah, Zodrum has a crush on Esmeralda, but he's not going to act on it because he doesn't think he's good enough.
Yeah, okay.
It must be the height thing. Girls generally do like people their own height.
It actually is the height.
It'd be like, probably be.
No, you actually guessed it. It is the height thing straight away.
There you go.
So Zodrum's actually got an in-character way of learning the things he has learnt, which is how all characters should learn how the things they learn.
I still want to break in the elders though. I guarantee there'd be some cool shit in there.
Yeah, I guarantee there is as well, but we're gonna have to get me on side and on board for me to do that. So that's your plan.
I mean, hey, like honestly, he could just go off do his own thing and do it.
Yeah, you could do your own thing.
I'm tempted. I have tried to learn the routines of the people that would be between me and the doorway. So, I know how.
So, I think next session, I'm not sure about you, Terry, but I feel like we're gonna head down south and deal with the rest of the goblins.
Yeah. Obviously, like it'll be up to what Dan wants to sort of set up, but.
Well, that's what I'm saying to Dan. Like, that's probably what we're going to be doing next session.
Yeah, and like dropping sort of like the guy sort of thing. That is what I have planned for you to do.
Yeah, like just being like, yo, we're heading south because we're gonna head south. Fuck you, no explanation. No, because we believe we want to finish off the rest of the goblins for Total War.
I do have a question that Sniper Plays brought up to me, which is like genuinely a really good idea. Can I kill people and then consume their souls like children and stuff in order to like power myself up?
Send me your character through Discord and I will look at that. I don't think it's a thing.
It's a bit unbalanced because we're doing milestone.
Yeah.
So the thing about milestone is that, say, if you're level 4 and we're level 3, it's like we're already at a disadvantage if we go to combat.
Yeah.
And also, it means it's incredibly hard for a DM to sort of play with that. But you, in saying that, look, it's how like you could have advantage maybe, but at the same time, it's a fucking risky ass thing to do.
Yeah, but I mean, look,
and you know for a fact that Zodrum's gonna almost fucking kill you for right.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if that happens, I mean, that's a bit douchey. But you know,
also, Zodrum does have a fucking speech for you, Terry. He just hasn't done it yet because he hasn't got enough people around to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and I mean like a serious fucking speech. I fucking got this thing memorized. Also, Dan, mate, I also basically made up everything I said this session.
Like, yeah, no, that's really good.
All that was non-intentional. That was just me going, wait, this sounds pretty cool. Let's just fucking say this and see what Dan says. And I'm like, oh, let's just fucking keep on going.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, your actions the last couple of, Zodrum's actions the last couple of sessions have seriously changed the direction that I was planning on taking this town in.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep on making shit up.
Yeah, like I've read plenty of things about how like DMs have been sort of like upset that sort of thing has happened, but it's happened now, and I think that's really awesome. Like I have sort of like notes here of where I wanted it to go, and now this has happened, and it's sort of like, oh, okay. So in that case, I'm gonna have to play in like maybe this will happen or maybe this will happen. It's really cool.
You can sort of adjust around it. You can make some real fucking killer blow.
Yeah, exactly.
On like Zodrum's self-esteem by just fucking up everything he's told everyone, making him feel really fucking bad, depressed, and feeling like he's worthless. And there's a bit of redemption arc if I want to go through that. Or I can feel empowered by saying that, oh yeah, I may have saved like a town and a people and a race and a whole community.
Yeah.
And like it can go either way. I like that. There's a lot of like, oh yeah, sure, I might not be enacting this plan, but I was the mastermind of it. I still have a stake in what I've done.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't quite remember if I outright said this at the very beginning, but this world is very much shaped by what you do.
Okay, so it is dynamic as
it is as dynamic as it gets.
Can I go and start my own commune?
Yes.
Yeah, it's dynamic. You can do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just don't know who I'd be able to recruit though.
Yep, exactly. That's the thing you have to work out.
I feel like this world isn't meant for me.
Terry, I got a bit of a fucking speech for you, mate. And I want to make sure I have all the fucking boys around when I do it, just so it like has the biggest impact, you know.
I mean, problem is that it's like too evil versus too good, so it's not like a imbalanced thingy. You know, oh, that's perfect. I can.
I don't even know if Sludger is good or not at this point.
I would put him down as chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Like he's good, but at the same time he's not. I don't know.
He's quick to make situations pretty bad.
So, but the thing is, like, that's the whole purpose of my speech, though. Like, I've got something fucking planned, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I sit up at night and go, you know what can I make my character better? And I'm like, let's just fucking make up a speech I may or may not use. And I'm like, no, I'm definitely gonna use this. Terry's gonna do something dumb, and I'm definitely gonna need to use this speech.
Right, yeah. But yeah, no, definitely. Like, I think the fire at the beginning of the session was probably the best way to sort of come out and say, yeah, this is dynamic. Like, at the end of last session, I was very much sort of, you know, especially towards Terry, who was interacting with the fire he started the most. I was like, what are you doing with this fire? Like, are you just leaving it? Are you putting it out? It's like, nope, staying there. Okay, cool. Fire towards the village.
I am genuinely surprised that I did not burn the whole village down. I think the only reason I didn't is I was like, I didn't want to destroy all Dan's hard work.
I also did give you a shard of the heavens, so yeah, you have to
Yeah.
make
Yeah, there's
up
that
a
as well.
fucking promise to me as well, because I was gonna fucking. I don't know. I actually don't know what the fuck Zodra would have done then.
I mean,
One of the things I need to reflect on what he would have done.
I think it's as such a good person that he is, who's willing to help so many. I don't see him doing anything that would be overtly violent to a fine gentleman like myself. Seems out of
Well,
character.
that's the thing. He's not your character.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me as the DM, it not being my character, I would have seen it very much him kicking your ass.
In what?
Look, it's up to me. It's up to me.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I know.
And
It just, I guess it depends who rolls initiative first.
yeah, with your quintillion damage.
My 3 shots of, what is it, searing, scorching fucking thingamajog, which is like
Ray.
60 fucking damage on one target.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. That was actually a really good session. I tell you what, that was actually really fucking fun.
Yeah, no, like honestly, that is the first session I've ever had playing D&D where it's just been sole roleplay, no combat whatsoever, and it's fresh. I like it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I've made the mistake in the past thinking that combat is all what D&D is about. Sure it is, but I don't know. After about a few months of playing, I realized that, oh wow, it actually is a lot more fun if you have characters which actually interact with the world and make judgment calls on their own.
Yeah, like
Wait,
the
damn,
first.
I think I might send you my character I'm playing in another D&D game just so you can check out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, I might fucking do it now. I'm gonna send it to you. He's a pretty fucking nifty character.
Well, while you're doing that, like the first ever D&D character I made, like I went in with the sole purpose of not being just for combat, but for RP as well. And so he was an elf bard, but instead of like singing songs of like glory and all that, he transformed all of his songs to like just like a belittle and be a prick to people.
I sent you the thing. Does that
Yep.
upload? Does that work?
Just brought up a thing on the internet. It's loading.
Oh, maybe it doesn't work.
Possibly not. What kind of format is it on?
It's a Microsoft document.
Oh wait, no. Here we go. It opened up a download. There we go.
All right. Have a quick look at that. Like that's what I'm currently playing in my session, and I feel like it's a pretty nifty character. It's very inspired by a book character I read, even though it doesn't actually make any like alignment to the book character at all. It's like a very loosely based character, and I just like, I don't know, it's fun to play around with.
Okay,
Some
awesome.
of that backstory. Also, it looks long, but trust me, you're reading in like 5 minutes and be like, oh right, I see.
Yeah, no, like I've already finished the first page. Well, quote unquote page, considering it's all one connected thing. But yeah.
Yeah. Nah, cool.
Actually, do you want me to send to you as well, Mike, or
What's that? Sorry.
do we send you my like other character I'm playing another world, or just nah?
Other like different.
Other D&D game or nah?
Yeah, you can. I'll have a look. I'm not against any of that. I'm happy to have a look.
All right, I'll give you this just so you have a look. I have a little bit of an idea of what I might do if I have an idea of shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, too easy.
It's a bit of a weird download though. I don't know why the fuck it does that.
Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't just open it straight up in
Yeah, like it's like a Microsoft Word thing. It's like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, there are a few weak things to the backstory, but it's one of those things where I can integrate the backstory over time, where I can make it a lot more fleshed out.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to be bad when being bad doesn't really progress the story as easily.
Well, see, in this character he's not a bad person, but he's done a bad thing in his past, and the whole thing is it's a massive redemption arc. But the hindrance is that he can't go into certain towns in this world without being arrested on sight. And he wants to appeal to these other adventurers that he's actually a good, noble, like, knight in shining armor, and that he's an absolute perfect human being and things like that. But really, he's just like he's a peasant boy who got uplifted to knighthood. He's not even like anything at all. It's a cool. I know. I like the dynamic of just being. He's an absolute nobody, but he has the absolute aura of trying to be as good as he can possibly be for the rest of people.
Yeah.
If you look on the bottom, it's pretty much the most important thing. Like his character motivations, what he's trying to achieve, and then also another cool thing, which all DMs should use, the secret motivation motives. Basically, it's where you have a backstory and the DM decides that they're going to add something secret to the backstory. So in this case, for me, my character's on the run from the Popo in certain towns, so they might hire like a bounty hunters, which might catch up to him, and then I'm gonna have to try and explain to, or try and deceive myself out of the rest of my party that I am a good person, even though I'm definitely not. And it's like it just sort of disrupts the flow of the entire thing. And also, another major thing is I'm trying to find my orphaned brothers and sisters because I haven't seen them for many years because I was in the family torn away to be a squire or to be a retainer or a retinue in this case.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a little bit bummed. Obviously, who's that other guy that plays the guy that worships death?
Dominic.
Yeah, I'm a little bit bummed he's only been in for one match because I feel like it's very
very one-sided.
Yes, and you have people with very high strength rolls, which makes it a bit hard. But
also, damn mate, that's why you, if you look at my character, that's why you need to make sure you have some characters with backstories in sessions, just so you can have something like that to rely on.
I have been working on some.
But like, I look, I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking if you're cool with this, that I can have amnesia for my own character to then basically be like, oh shit, I'm an entirely new character all of a sudden. Or do you want me to keep on going on the same lines of, oh yeah, I'm just recently dropped from Earth?
You know, we'll see. I think, like, if that's sort of...
Because I can roleplay both. I can be like, oh yeah, I'm still like an engineer from Earth. Or I can be, oh yeah, I am now like, have the collective memories of someone who I didn't know even existed, didn't even feel like existed, and now I am this person.
think that's interesting. Do you have a preference?
Not really. I don't really care. I just want to know if that makes sense in your sort of world, because look, it's your world. I don't know if it makes sense if I was to go for the second option.
Yeah, the memories of another person itself are probably not, but I think I can. I think I can definitely work the amnesia sort of thing into an event that. Yeah, okay. So I think I can put an event together, sort of like depending on the outcome, either you'll be this amnesiac or
Well, things like I don't know if I want to, because I can fully play into the fact that I was from here, but I can also fully play into the fact that I could just wipe memory and then be like, wait, what the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? Why the fuck am I here? I was there, now I'm here. Why am I here? Where's my body? What the fuck is happening?
yeah.
I don't know. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and I'll fucking roleplay both. Just do it, because the more surprise I have, the fucking better it'll be.
Yeah, okay, cool. Leave that with me. Yeah.
Like if you be all of a sudden, oh yeah, just because also, pro tip, make a in this Discord, make a DM only chat and have it locked, and then invite like one of us over. If you want to say something secret to us, be like, oh yeah, now you're gonna be an amnesiac. You're gonna explain what the fuck's happening, and then you're gonna teleport us back to the session, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, go from there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have perms to create servers, but I think I may be able to if I can. Let me test something.
You can always jump in the obviously the
Oh, be in that.
like my YouTube channel one. You can have as many perms as you want in there, obviously. Oh, I'm talking to myself. They've left the chat. Well, there you go. Yeah, thanks, man. It's been good. Good hanging out.
Before we go back.
Oh.
I just was talking to myself. I realized for a while.
I just have one simple request. Like you're doing pretty well as a DM. Actually, no, that's an absolute lie. You're doing extremely well as a DM. I've actually been having a lot of fucking fun playing.
Yeah, it's been good.
Just one simple request. Just one simple request. Could you involve a few more senses in your descriptions, like use like touch, smell, what you hear, like just simple things like that really add to the world, and mental image, because it's really hard on Discord to really picture what we're feeling in your mindscape. It's hard. So
yeah.
being able to have a sort of direct link to it is a lot easier for us players. Like honestly, don't you only need one more sentence more to be like, oh yes, you feel the cold wetness of the stone tile floor. To hear the damp of your feet.
Oh look, I agree. I think if it gets to a point where I get to bang the barkeep's wife, I want every detail.
MA.
Not gonna happen.
Just the
This is a MA session max. Any R stuff you're gonna have to imagine, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm imagining it.
also, Mike, you do realize it's gonna get into your sex scenes, and it's gonna be like, and we fly to back, and we come back,
and they're still at it. And I was really hoping I had like a crit roll or something, like hitting on her, so I could just be like, and I spent the next 20 days banging his wife.
Jesus.
Yeah, but like honestly, that's my only flaw. Like so far, you've been really fucking good.
Thank you.
Just like just a little bit extra, just like how there's a little bit more fat to chew on. That's all you need to make some things pop out.
Oh, awesome.
Say like if you're walking around like the countryside, you could hear the distant like cackling of ravens as you hear the distant thunder roll across the eastern side.
Yeah.
I have one request too.
Rustling. rustling to your left as you look as a bunny rabbit comes out, peeks along, and then darts back as it knows your presence.
Awesome.
I just want anytime I talk to an animal to have an incredible animal voice. Would be great.
I'm pretty sure Dan has an incredible animal voice, especially about rabbit. Or squirrel. Well, no, it was a bird. It was a bird. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like really fast and exciting and.
It was so fucking fast, and I was like, what is happening? The thing is, I didn't hear that he was talking to animals, so I came back to the session going, wait, what the fuck's happening? And this is like roleplay with Sludger going, bro, why is he looking at a tree?
And why is the tree responding so quickly? No, yeah, okay, yeah, no, like I was definitely planning on like sort of changing up how it sort of sounded for different animals and that sort of thing.
Oh, I mean, like horrific noises. Have to do some body like contortions to get.
Like I was like in order to maintain the speed, I was like moving my hands as I was speaking, like go this fast. But yeah.
Yeah, it's been real good. I enjoy the fact that like each session has some continuation on from previous events. Like the fire obviously would be, I feel like a lot of games we would just be like, let's completely forget the fire as a thing. So it's nice to sort of like that sniper plays. It's cool to have that continuation in stuff that I know 100% a lot of people would just skip over.
Yeah,
it's also nice to be able to like role play, like level up abilities as well. Like, because not many DMs be like, oh yeah, you level up in alchemy. It's like, oh yeah, all of a sudden I fight some monsters down some dungeon, go to sleep, wake up, and now I know how to use alchemy tools. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
You know, that's definitely one of the things. Like playing previous ones, I've just sort of been like, where you can't just suddenly learn how to use stuff.
And it's like I failed a lot of fucking rolls in that session as well. So it's like it really was a fucking task to learn.
And it's the same with the yeah, and like with the languages, you know, it's something you just got to keep doing over and over again before you start to, you know, get your feel for the language.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to having Ambrose and Dom back tomorrow. Like,
yeah, I definitely need my evil accomplice for the plans I have set for myself to achieve.
Okay, well, we'll be looking forward to it.
Hopefully, giving the shot hasn't given you too many fucking ideas, because I know for a fact it has.
Well,
I know for a fact that I know, but Zodrum doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a wisdom of 8, so he has no idea.
Well, you know, who knows if the shards turn you.
He's a very honest fellow.
I mean, look, just because I hang on the shard, there's no guarantee that if someone collects all the shards that they will become a god. There's no confirmation of that. So, you know, it's
absolutely no confirmation for that.
So exactly.
Confirmation, but we went to a storm giant who said yeah. So,
but
aware, he said,
you know,
mate.
He's sometimes just got to.
No. He said, as far as he's aware, gods will come. He said nothing about you guys being them.
But you know.
Wait, didn't he?
No, he said the time of the gods.
Oh, so we won't become gods.
No, you are the what's it called? Like the
like the heralders of the gods.
Yeah, like now you guys are here. The time of the gods is upon us. Like you are the start signal for this is happening.
I'm wondering if I'd be able to chat with Robed Mate and see if he can work in some magic to use the power that can summon gods to benefit people.
Look, man, if you can find him and chat to him, you can try and suggest whatever you want.
He's easy to find. He's in my head.
Man, this is going to take a lot of sessions to complete it. Guys. This is going to be a fucking huge campaign.
Look, honestly, and I wasn't sure whether I should do this or not at first, but like I was just like, you know what? Yeah, full on. Just like I want everyone to be like level 20 at the end of it. Like I want this is gonna go on.
Yeah, I'm keen. As long as I don't get killed in my sleep, I'll be keen.
Well, if it's gonna go on, I feel like I should have a backstory then. I should almost lose my identity as a person, what I was before, and just make a new one.
Yeah, look, I'm happy for you to do that.
I think I could probably send you something for like tomorrow of a backstory, because yeah, if you read Xander, you would understand the type of character he is. He's playing Two-Face.
Yeah,
There's one phase where he's trying to act like all normal, but once you get underneath his skin, you realize, oh wait, he's actually done a he's done a very fucking bad thing,
yeah.
and that's what I like. I like where characters we can redeem themselves in that aspect.
Mm.
And like it takes a few sessions. It doesn't take like 2 sessions to redeem a character. It takes multiple.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So it's like a perfect candidate for D&D.
yeah. So on another one that I'm playing at the moment, we're at like a crucial point in the plot, and it's really difficult for my character because he's a cleric. He's devoted to like a god up in the north, um, and they've come across this item that a frost giant wants. And the conundrum he has is that if the frost giant isn't given this item, they're gonna go on a rampage and destroy a town and kill a bunch of people. If he does hand over the item, it's possible the frost giant will use this to kill his god.
Fuck.
Yep. And his god is very much like protect the people.
That's a big oof right there and a half. Holy shit.
Yep.
So you have to go for plan C, which is try and stop the giant.
Try and stop the giant from destroying the town and getting the artifact.
And the thing is, you're probably going to end up with some sacrifice in that, more than likely a death.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, I had a session. So the reason why Xander came about was previously I was playing as a halfling barbarian, of all things. And trust me, it was fun playing as a barbarian, but my god, barbarians are just no fun when it comes to any aspect of roleplay.
Yeah,
Like,
they are the combat class.
they are so purely combat that you, as soon as you get to any like roleplay, you just go, I can't do anything
Yeah, it's like
without making sound like dumb as fuck.
yeah, I go to a tavern and start a bar fight.
Yeah, that's honestly what the fuck I did. I honestly, I tried to kill my character off for about 3 sessions before I went to my DM and went, okay, do you reckon you could try and kill my character off in the next like 3 or 4 sessions? The next session, there was this big bad guy, and I'm like, because the thing about my character was, so this little halfling grew up in a Goliath encampment, so he was really fond of things which are bigger than him, and he distrusted anything which is smaller than him. That was his entire motivation. So upon seeing this big hulking orc guy come up and start raiding this town, he decided that guy was gonna be the guy he's gonna fucking pitch a fight with and try and beat to show him what he was about. He ended up trading blows with this guy. So this guy had a CR of about 5, and he was a level 3 character.
Ooh.
Like, now you understand like what the fuck this barbarian was dealing with.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
my character got smacked around to the shit house. He literally survived about 4 or 5 attacks. He got dropped to 1 HP, kept on attacking, got picked up, thrown at my mate. I stood back up, didn't take any damage from that throw, ran straight back at him and went for another attack, slashed him across the chest, and then got smacked into the fucking ground.
Just made into paste.
Then my cleric boosted me back up, and this is about round 7 of combat. Like you don't go into round 7 of combat unless you have some real fucking.
I know Terry doesn't last that long.
So I was in round 7 of combat, and I was the only one taking damage from this guy. This is it. This is me versus this guy basically. And he smacked me again, back down to 1 HP, hit him again, then got smacked in, back down to like 0 HP. I was unconscious. Then the cleric rezzed me again for round 2, Electric Boogaloo. Went again, smacked him, got fucking knocked to the floor. My cleric had no more spells left. This guy picks me up and then just fucking just cuts Philippe in half. A little halfling barbarian just picks me up and just tears this little guy in half.
God.
Before then throwing them at my mate and then just walking away.
Yeah,
from a combat scenario. And then like in the very next combat scenario, encounter, or the very next like session, my like new character Xander waltzes in, like all like fairy tale land, and then sees his entire fucking town destroyed, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? So then the whole like evil bad guy was trying to take down this guy who killed like a very integral part of this team. And the other characters were pissed. Like my 2 mates who were in the game still were absolutely fucking fuming that Philippe died, even though I was talking to a DM the entire time. And he so when it came to like Philippe's death, he's like, "Are you sure you want me to kill Philippe?" And I'm like, "Yeah, do it. It'll make the story better."
Yeah.
Then like he just fucking did it, and I'm like, "Thank fuck." Philippe was a fun character, but my god, he was a pain in the ass to play. Also, I probably won't. I say I probably won't. I most likely definitely won't have a character be purposely killed in this campaign, because that doesn't make any sense currently, because I do like Xander a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like even if someone were to like die like accidentally, like I'm definitely trying not to have you guys get killed, but yeah, if it does end up happening, I have a way of working new characters in it.
Yeah, I hope I don't die, because I don't know. I can't play good characters. So it's like I've never played a game as a good character, like at all ever in my life. So it's like
that could be your challenge, to play a good character.
Yeah, but I don't enjoy it. That's why I never do it. So it's sort of
Wait, okay, you gotta understand that it's like, remember, the DM is making the world for us.
Yeah,
and
I know.
We're imprinting our story into the world. And if you go against the DM's like complete plans and just completely disrupting like if you disrupt other people's fun in the game, then you have an issue. That's where I draw the line at evil characters. As long as you're not disrupting our fun in the game, then you're fine. But as soon as you start doing it, then that's when I will get fucking pissy.
And I think like if you do evil characters well, you can even like add to the game and like how fun it can be.
Yeah, you can add to if you trick me, because trust me, my character is very easy to trick. You can trick me into becoming an evil character, or I can try and make you turn it into a better character to show you like the errors of your ways, and to maybe alleviate some of the issues you might be feeling. Like there's a lot of fucking roleplay potentials with evil characters. But it has to be always has to be tension in the party. It doesn't have to be contrived tension from just being like, oh yeah, I'm evil because I kill everyone. No, fuck you.
Yeah, but that like I guess it goes both ways too. Obviously, like for me, my enjoyment is not being like a goodie. So it's like by being forced down the route of being good is in the same vein not as fun for me. So it's sort of like nice to have the options for both.
And that's where I think the like the lawful evil and the chaotic neutral alignments come in, because it is very much like in those where you can be evil, but you can also be good in some ways as well.
Oh, I mean, I saved the town. If I was like just like a complete dick, I would have burnt the whole place to the ground.
Exactly, and that would have been chaotic evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, it was still neutral in my opinion, because I gave you something to make sure you didn't burn down.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, but at the same time, my whole character is, he's not doing stuff for the sake of it being evil. It's like, what would he gain from burning the entire town down? Obviously, he has something to gain from removing the elders, but there's he's got there's no.
So wait, so how do you think Terry's gonna respond when I'm assuming when for right now, because I feel like it's more than likely to happen when we still haven't come up with a name for our group, but when our group becomes a member of the council.
Well, I guess it'll be interesting to see how things go, because it's sort of I don't know. There's obviously like storylines that you've set up that I may not possibly want to like follow through. You know what I mean? Like, so to necessarily say I would be a part of that is, it's.
I mean, what do you reckon Terry would feel? Because in my opinion, I feel like Terry would be like, he would be at front, be like, oh no, God no, I'm not going to join this, and then he would sort of realize at the time, like, hang on a second, I now have an avenue for power that I did not previously have.
I think first of all, he'd think, why would I want to work with these like mortals that just are basically running a piece of shit town that's barely surviving? Like, what does he gain from basically being of equal level to them? But then I think, he would probably go, well, it would definitely give me access to possibly upstairs, would give me access to a lot of stuff that could then benefit him in his pursuit of ultimate power. So I think that, it's there's definitely opportunities for that. I guess it just sort of depends on what it entails and what sort of situation and how much it would benefit versus sort of go against his like, I'm better than everyone kind of mentality.
Yeah. What's your opinion on also this is for you as well, Dan?
Yeah.
And Mike, what's your opinion on I don't know if I'm telling the truth, I might be, but I'm just gonna pull this out my ass, I'm just gonna say it. What do you think about Zodrum being the de facto leader of the group currently? And how do you think that influences the story as it is?
I think again, Terry would not follow anyone but himself. I think that he doesn't think that, like, I think he 100% respects Zodrum and his ability and everything that, but obviously his beliefs differ vastly from his own. So to follow him in his beliefs, I think would be something out of character for him.
So it's more like Terry's working for the benefit of his own, but he sees the ability.
Yeah, he sees the benefits of obviously having multiple people and having the sort of benefit of not just going it alone and trying to take everything on by himself, because I mean, squishy enough, but like obviously I think the good example is the fire. The only reason he was even considering stopping it was, well, I can get something out of that, being the shard of heaven. So he's like, well, I can use this fire as a way to get something that will help me in theory later, or again, exactly. So then if I need something from you guys later, I then have that to bargain with. So yeah, it's obviously it's very much just, I will do anything to get what I need to.
Imagine the boys came back tomorrow and the entire fucking village just burnt down because I didn't give you the shard. Imagine that they come back and we're like, yeah, bro, the fucking village has been burnt down. No one's alive. So Dan, what's your opinion on that question?
So I think it has something to do both in and out of character. So out of character wise, I think the reason why it has gone that direction is because out of everyone, you have the most experience playing D&D. So like everyone else is sort of like not exactly sure what exactly. Shit, I dropped it. How exactly to take charge. Like I was very much like that when I started playing. I just went along with whatever was decided upon. But then I also think like in character, it's definitely something Zodrum would try to do. Like, he would try and sort of rein everyone in, try and get everyone working for this goal.
Yeah, like Zodrum doesn't actually have bad charisma. He's a 12 in charisma. He just has really shit wisdom and intelligence. Like I made the character on purpose to have a little bit more I don't know, I guess like leadership qualities to him than like an average like because I'm not gonna lie, most fighters dump stat charisma. There's no point for a charisma.
And see, that's what I mean. Like having like Terry obviously being 17 in charisma probably sees like the charisma in you, but is obviously like, well, you know, like probably has this self image of like, well,
Yeah, and
I don't
Dan,
need.
What do you, what, yeah, true. Actually, what do you think of me purposely making sure no one was in the room when I made the announcement of the when I made the policy change or the
Being that was probably the best thing in character you could have done, because I can definitely see like if other people were in the room, they would have tried to like interject what they have to say onto that, possibly sort of like moving it in a direction that wouldn't be quite as beneficial for the town as it was. Terry.
yeah
Hey,
yeah. So
we don't know that yet.
so
Hey, mark my words. If one of these motherfuckers in this town let out the dragon and kill everything, I'm just saying, I could have ended it before it started.
yeah, so straight away you know that like Zodrum sort of has an inkling about the power of Terry and that like he's not a fully trustworthy individual, so he chose to not speak this in public. He was in private.
Yeah. Look, I think out of character, out of the choices you could have made of having people left there or leaving, that's probably the best for your character and the best for the town.
I think too, Terry obviously has to rely more at lower levels on the group, but I think the more powerful he becomes, the less he feels he needs to play ball and the less he needs to rely on the strength of everyone around him as he becomes more of like a glass cannon, you know?
Sort of like the glass becomes just that little bit thicker, and
yeah, like
insanely more powerful.
It goes from like not even being able to kill a single target to like I can massacre people, to like it obviously is going to boost his confidence and his self-image, which he already holds to such a high level. I think that it then becomes that sort of narcissistic sort of, well, why do I need your help if I can do this? Obviously, like he's still nowhere near powerful enough to just take on fucking groups of anyone. But
it's gonna be interesting to see how Zodrum reacts to this as well, because like I've got a like that's why I have the speech, because I know because Zodrum is aware, because you haven't hid anything, like you haven't purposely talked to Kai secretly about your beliefs. You've openly said to the group.
I mean, I did whisper to him, being like, "Let's lock the elders in there together and then burn the place down." But yeah, like
I don't think it was a whisper. I think it was straight to the group.
Oh, like I definitely.
I could be wrong though, so I'm happy to.
I think basically I definitely made my intentions clear, but towards the end of the last session that he played, I was also like, "Yo, after we should definitely do this as a thing."
So it was, yeah, like I can confirm, it was definitely like it was an open thing. Sort of not very specific at first, but then you did get specific with Kai in private.
Yeah. Because obviously I know he sort of harbors a lot of the same sort of character-wise. I think character-wise, Kateri sees an ally in the late game that is going to be a lot more valuable to his goals, because of obviously they have very similar motivations and very similar in their sort of morality, whereas obviously he knows that once it gets to a certain point where certain choices have to be made with obviously Zodrum and Sludger, there could be obviously issues that arise from some of the choices that he wants to make, which probably would not be the same in the situation.
So Dan, you explicitly say that the shards of heaven only bring back the god into this.
I've specifically said the shards of heaven, when combined, herald the ages of the gods.
So we don't become gods; we just bring back gods to us.
You can look at it that way, yeah. Like I am being very specifically vague.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess we don't know 100% what happens once we collect them all, and I think that's why Terry is wanting them, because there's obviously the fastest way to becoming as powerful as possible. I think that the idea of like, oh yeah, I can get these and there's a chance that I can be godlike. So
yeah, because that's sort of minutia just right there. Completely like flips Zodrum's speech right now. So I'm gonna basically make a new speech for him, but it's still the same lines. It's just like instead of being more personal, it's more interpersonal. I guess is the right word for that then.
Yeah, because I think that's going to be the interesting thing, because so that it sounds more, it has to sound respectful to the fact that he obviously holds himself to such a high regard. Otherwise, it could come off as coddling, well, not coddling, but almost like a parent sort of scolding their child, which to someone,
it's not going to sound like a parent scolding a child.
Yeah, but
it's more a Zodrum sees may see a necessary evil, but he's not going to outright fight the necessary evil. He's going to reason first.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's sort of like it. Yeah, I guess it sucks because obviously, if it ever did result in like everyone rolling an initiation, I'm going to be pretty fucked if Dom isn't on, because it's like, cool, I got a barbarian and a fucking ranged dude, whereas obviously if I have someone backing me up, it's like two different, you can kind of get screwed over there, which is not great. So
well, the thing is, like, you shouldn't really look, rule of D&D is you never fight other party members. That's just how it goes.
Oh yeah, and look, I'm not wanting to start a fight with other party members, but I also know that obviously things are starting to diverge a bit from
and that's why character RP needs to take place. That's the whole. See, now we have we got a gap. We got a gap between where both our characters can make what we believe to be the best fire approach to approach any situation. Even though we will work towards different goals, but we still have that.
Yeah, I guess it's just it's obviously like it's being in the mindset of, I feel like Terry thinks he's, I guess the closest thing to liking to be is you have like a deadline that you're trying to hit. Like you're getting impatient, sort of antsy that you can't be gaining power quickly. He wants to be focusing on, how do I get here? I don't want to be fucking around. Like, so it's one of those things that obviously situations that feel unnecessary are going to make him not, I guess you could say, irritable in a sense. Because obviously he might not deem that as something that is going to make him fucking Mr. Hands of Nukes. But obviously he obviously understands too that he's not strong enough to just take on fucking everyone,
Yeah.
So there's that balance there that he sort of, I guess, has that internal, dialogue of like, what am I doing,
And like Zodrum is very much, he essentially is just like, he's come into this new world, and he still appreciates his past in his old world, and he wants to emulate that into this new world. And he realizes that the only way how is to make life safe. You can't be hiding behind wooden palisades.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, purge the forest.
Yeah, so like that's why
which I've started. I've burnt one side of the forest.
like Zodrum's very quick to understand the enemies he sees around him, but he may not understand the reasons why the enemies around them do attack. Because it could be very much that, these people came into their lands and have stolen them, and now they just want their lands back. And they're not going to give them back to them. And it's a very narrow one-side thing. You can definitely play on the fact that Zodrum is very he has a very imperial approach to how things are. Like it's both a necessary good and also a necessary evil for him.
I think that obviously completely out of character. Obviously, Dan revealed that there are possibly other towns around that we are not in character, obviously aware of. Is that still something you're going with, Dan? Like, obviously, like just for like the idea of obviously, I'd be interested to see what would happen if, say, the town removes all the threats that it currently has, and then all of a sudden you run into a new town that goes, well, you're now a threat. So I think that like it would be an interesting sort of thing, and I think
like imagine that, but like it's like a town of like kobolds, like friendly living kobolds. So like, how do you even deal with that?
Oh, but even humans, like, what do you do? Where's your moral choices there? Who do you side with? Do you, and
that's where Xander's argument falls apart.
And that's when I can be like, that's where I can basically be like, I can literally destroy this town right now. I can set the whole place on fire. But then the moral of like, well, are you still holding the thing that you want to keep the town you originally came from safe? Or like, it's sort of how far are you willing to go to keep it safe? But yeah, there's a lot of spots where at least I feel like it can definitely shine to be that morally opposite. But getting to that spot where there's actually a real sort of, interesting way to involve it in that sort of like morally grey situation, I think is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I think
there's a lot we can take this. I feel like we should pretty much, I reckon after every single session we have a little talk about like how we should not directly say what we're going to do next session, but like have a little idea of what we think go.
Yeah, sort of like have a chat of where we think things might be going, that sort of thing.
Like have a bit of a critique of how the DM's going, have a critique of how players are playing, talk about if we have any like weaknesses we should improve on or anything we need to praise.
Sounds like a plan. I think that'll do us for tonight, though. There's lots to be looking forward to for the next session.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no. I think it'd be good.
I'll try and whip you up. Actually, I don't know if I can fully whip you up with backstory, but I'll see how far I can get. I might be able to get you something tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Look, anything is good progress.
Yeah, I think. See, thing is, like, I already made a fairly. I don't know. For me, like, Xander's a pretty cool backstory for me. So I don't want to make a carbon copy of Xander, but I still want to make something not like along the same lines, but have a similar sort of aspect to it.
Yeah, and look, like especially with all this chat we've been having after this last game, I am exceptionally interested. I am planning on giving like you guys as a group a look, just going to come out and say it, a magical sort of item. Not going to say what it is, but it can change a lot of stuff that can go on. So I do want to see how you guys handle it.
Oh, I know how Terry's going to handle it. What do you mean, powerful magical object?
Yep, it is a powerful magical object.
Yeah,
so we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah.
See, because I'm going to try and make a character which makes sure I have the same aspect of Zodrum.
I think, honestly, probably the easiest way for me to describe Terry's reason for being so morally negative would be, I could easily see that as like a child, say his parents or whatever, like were killed and he was not powerful enough to stop it. You know what I mean? And so he was like, well, I'm never going to be in that situation again where I can't, defend.
I gotta defend my friends and family.
Yeah, like I'm never going to be hurt like that again. I won't let anyone be more powerful than me.
Dude, you should have set an RP session. I'll literally.
I still can. This is.
Do it.
This,
maybe not the next session, but maybe like 2 more sessions down the track. Save that and literally make it.
Yeah, like there's obviously it's not just
in a non-homo way.
yeah, like it's obviously it's not. I'm not making a character to just be a fucking dickhead and like go around burning everything. There's obviously like more to it than that for me, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There is moral in your character.
yes, no one's born evil, you know.
No.
Yeah, cool.
So
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna duck off and head to the toilet because I really need to go. So I'll talk to you guys again for hopefully our next session tomorrow.
yeah,
Thank you very much, Dan. That was a lovely session,
Yeah.
and I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
and yeah, thanks everyone in the stream for hanging out, especially Sniper Man. That was awesome. I'm you stuck through the entire thing. That's fucking 3 hours. Good effort. I appreciate
That is an
it.
amazing effort, my dude.
So yeah, hopefully we see you next time for some more fun.
Yeah. Alright,
Cool.
Catch you guys later.
See you guys.
See you, man.
See you, man.